Get the right one in here. There we go. Hey, everybody. Got Real Cygnus. Good to have you here. And this was from earlier today. They're going to give their commentary on the debate between Fight the Flat Earth and Austin Whitsitt. So I was meaning to cover the debate, but we get a twofer. Let me turn the light on.
Flos, what's up? It's good to see you guys. I'm glad you could make it. I see Michael trashing Eurovision in the chat here.
I'm not trashing.
Yeah, it was me.
What's up with that, man?
It's me.
Oh, BJ did it.
Yeah, Vicky says she's multitasking. She's watching Eurovision and modding at the same time. I says, what does that say? Something about Eurotrash. Why don't you forget Eurotrash? And she said, she thought I said something. She thought I said what? She said, what's wrong with a Eurotrash? I'm like, no. I'm saying Eurovision is Eurotrash.
I like Eurovision.
I said, what's wrong with Eurotrash?
What is Eurovision?
I like Eurovision. Do you know what Eurovision is, Dave?
It's television in the UK.
It's like your American Idols, but for Europe.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Who?
Ryan, Dave's son.
What's
I know, this ought to be fun.
Oh, but we already got Ryan in. What's going on?
Well, we've had two of the same name people before, so it's not like we can't handle it.
What's up, Scott, as well, and Gary Wybenga. Good to see you. Roger Lidwell, thank you very much for your $2 super. He says raw insanity or just stupid. I'd say both, actually. Both. It's an undying love for idiocy. What's up, Jono? Glad to have you in. Okay, so guys, I didn't really watch this debate yet because it was very bit late, but I watched the first 5 minutes this morning, and damn, oh wow, did Craig not have anything?
Say what? I watched a little bit of it, and Austin Whitsitt just did the same thing he does every time. He just talks. So
he didn't even have.
These people are gullible as shit, aren't they?
Have to be there. That's how bad it was, and it was just the first 5 minutes. So the first 5 minutes.
Well, we'll see how this. We'll see if Mouse is being honest. Mouse being honest. That's hilarious.
To watch Whitsitt literally dragged him by his ears across the floor. So apparently it got even worse.
Does anybody think that happened? Anybody?
Did he pick up any dirt along the way? Usually you scoop a bit with your chin, you know?
But it's going to be fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go through some of this and see how Whitsitt teaches FTFE, like usual, how things work.
Yeah, I don't know where everybody is. Don't know.
Austin can go first.
Okay, just a minute intro. Austin, just a quick...
I tell you, I wish I had fucking Artie's Corporate Fictions viewers.
You know, I guess
they're pretty goddamn generous.
Your position on the shape of the Earth, in case anybody doesn't know.
Hell, I'll take 1/10 of MC Tunes viewers.
Whenever you start, we'll start the clock.
Okay, yeah, so the default empirical position is that the Earth is a stationary plane, and...
No, it's not, because it's been measured as spherical for over 2,000 years. How is that the default, dumb fuck? What do you mean the default? Because you look out there and you see flat? That's your opinion. That's not the default position. See, right off the bat, he fucking lies his ass off.
Most vocal people in opposition to this still lie about that part of it, which is just super weird. But obviously, we experience the Earth to be stationary. We see everything moving.
Right, because we don't have the sensory organs to detect movement. But we can measure spin. See, that's where they fuck up.
Around us, and we...
So I'm just going to let it play for a little bit. I'm going to just watch. And, yeah, we all know where he's fucking up.
We experience the Earth to be a plane. If you're going to claim that actually everything is the opposite, the Earth's so big you can't see the curve, and it measures flat, and we build things as if it's flat, we fly planes as if it's flat, and
no, we don't.
We treat the world as if it's stationary, but it's actually all the opposite.
No, we don't treat the world as if it's stationary, you stupid fuck.
and everything we see in the sky moving is actually not moving, you have the burden of proof, right? Occam's razor dictates we go with the other option. If you're going to claim that that's not the case, you have the burden of proof. So that's the simplest, most.
That's not what Occam's razor means, you dumb shit. Occam's razor is the simplest. Usually the simplest answer is the most accurate. But that has nothing to do with Occam's razor. See, you are making the claim. I don't give a fuck if you say it's the default position. That's a cop-out. So you don't have to back up your claims, you fucking coward.
Concise and succinct way to summarize this. We falsified the radius value. It falsifies.
No, you didn't.
Correct. We have falsified the radius
No, you haven't, liar.
value.
Yeah.
What's up, Brian?
They want to say the black swan. Yeah, okay.
Hey, what's going on, Flatsroyd? Thanks for
Hey,
having
man.
me on, man. I don't think I've ever
Anytime.
been on here yet.
Hello, Ryan.
Good to see you.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
So did you watch this debate?
I watched Robot Polisher's coverage of it. I have not had a chance to sit down and watch the debate yet, but what Robot Polisher did was excellent. I mean, how do you even... That's got to be so embarrassing for Craig.
Robert Polisher rocks. Yeah, he does great work.
I don't
But
think
crazy people think they win, so I guess he's happy too.
I don't think he's capable of embarrassment. I really don't. I really don't.
Really, hypocrite? Is that what you say?
He hasn't said shit.
I mean, you've said that our eyesight it gets cut off halfway by our eyesight. So yeah.
About the nose picking exhibition, and everybody in the chat.
Man, that's all they can focus on, man, is when he picked his nose. Man, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Jesus fucking Christ. What are you, 8?
Tell you, everybody in the chat.
You picked your nose. Jesus, what the fuck? These people are childish.
On this debate.
Why would he?
So childish.
They were going, why don't you eat a big booger, Craig?
He's shameless. He's shameless. You can't shame him by the looks of it. Yeah?
They were calling him ETBB, eat the big booger.
You can't
Oh, no. Wow.
Because that's all you have. All you have is mockery. You've got no evidence, no proof, no logical thinking, just mockery.
You can't shame somebody that.
Hey, Westside. Hey, Westside girl, how you doing?
There you go. There you go.
They've got a big cocoon of followers around them, or dumber than that.
Knowing him, he probably did it on purpose.
So he's got a false sense of grandeur, like, you know.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
That video Robot Polisher
I
did,
think
man,
this proves that it's an act.
Delusions of grandeur, simple.
He clipped together so many contradictions and lies. Like he said one thing, you know, and then completely goes against it. And McToon also, you know, both those
That's
guys.
all they do.
Clowns.
Definitely.
So he took clips out of context, and they happen to say contradictory things. But if you put them in context, they don't. See, that's Robot Polisher in a nutshell.
Yeah, but that's all they do, though. They contradict themselves constantly. I mean, I don't know if you saw Rachie coming on last night. Ask Dave.
Oh my God.
No, that's not what I said. It literally says it again.
Hey, John Edwards. It's my you should say fish with fangs. I actually went fishing today. I caught one patch, but at least I caught because it's all day I was at it. Done my nothing. But yeah, nice one, John. Bless you, man.
Well, I'm thinking of making a shirt to get sold with his face and the finger in the nose. So his face, like, you know,
I would
big.
I would buy
I
that.
think that would sell.
That's twice he's been smashed.
I would
on
say
Twitter.
he who hath never picketh his own nose should throw the first booger.
Well, it's a different story for doing it live the way he did it as well.
I know, but I'm telling you, bro. I'm sure that eventually I'll probably do it too because I pick my nose all the time.
Ryan said that's twice.
Not alive though.
Twice in like 2 weeks, he's been smashed on Jeranism.
That's like one time I did this. I had something in my eye, and I did this. And they clipped that little bit, that right there. Shoot, now I fucked my eye up. They took that much of a clip repeated it over and over again and then claimed that I was crying because I was getting whooped by Flat Earth. That's how dishonest these motherfuckers are.
You know, it's you guys mopped the floor with him and McToon. I mean, that
No, you didn't. They couldn't answer questions. They couldn't bring evidence to back up their claims. All they could do is scream reversal of burden of proof. You got the burden of proof. I don't have to prove anything. Showed how ignorant they are. Showed how dishonest they are. MC2 and FDFE fucking demolished them. I mean, what the fuck are you on, dude?
that was.
Or what are you not on? Would be the better question. Are you off your meds, motherfucker?
I think everybody that debates him pretty much does, don't they?
You always have them on the fluid pressure without containment. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. There's nothing.
I mean, these dipshits would go to a fucking foot race and cheer on the loser and say, oh, you just beat the shit out of him, when it's obvious that he didn't, that he lost the race. God, what fucking dishonest pieces of shit.
And they always got to change the topic. Well, the topic inevitably goes to gravity. Gravity's the container. Well, what is gravity?
Right, gravity's a container, dipshit. Yes, gravity holds the air to the earth, dumb fuck. Holds everything to the earth.
I can't answer that question. You know?
Yeah, but didn't you hear gravity causes gravity?
No, dumb fuck, it doesn't. No. The warping of space-time, which appears to us as mass attracting mass, causes gravity, stupid.
Yes, yeah. Weight causes weight.
No, weight doesn't cause weight. Gravity causes weight. Mass causes weight. So that's two lies.
Yeah, non-force causes the force.
No, dumb fuck, it doesn't.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, yeah.
Jesus, these fucking assholes. They just lie their ass off. They straw man. They lie. God damn. I mean, how can you fucking live with yourself? Do these people have no fucking pride? Hey, RT96, how you doing? I mean, do they have no fucking sense of self-respect?
Let's get.
I mean, talk about embarrassing yourself, motherfucker. These guys are talking about these people embarrassing themselves. Holy shit. You just contradicted yourself.
With this, I think we can just pass the these openings. That's stupid. We can just get on to where they're actually going to give.
Oh yeah, Craig used his buzzers up right away, man.
He did.
Oh yeah.
He said to tune sorry.
The other day they were mocking some guy for laughing, for giggling, for giggling a lot. They were mocking him. Told him he sounded simple-minded because he giggled a lot. Like this.
Openings. That's stupid. We can just get on to where they're actually going
to
give.
Like this.
Craig used his buzzers up right away, man.
He did.
Oh yeah.
He said to tune sorry for
no, really?
buzzers.
Yeah, he was laughing just like that. And they mocked him and called him simple-minded for it.
He thought he only had one.
They'll each have 30 minutes on the clock.
Okay.
The clock will start when you
Hey,
said
Angel,
Austin to go first. So Austin can just start
Angle of
talking
elevation. Good to see you, man.
if he wants to hand it.
I'm going to turn it faster. 1.5.
Over, he can do so, and if he wants to, or if FTFE wants to take control, he can ring his buzzer. They each have 2 of those. You'll see the 2s there at the bottom of the screen. That's how many buzzers they have left. So let's get started, and we'll start the clock. Austin, when you start talking, and you can pass it over to him at any point, or whatever you want to do. Welcome to Debates Next.
Yeah. Like I said, it's really funny, man. They all just have to deny the undeniable fact that the default position is that the Earth is stationary plane, and that's just a fact.
No, it's not a fact, and it's not the default, dipshit. It's not. Just because you say it is, because you're not smart enough to research it, doesn't make it so.
Right, because when we fly the plane like what? Like the Earth is flat and stationary. You're claiming it's not flat and stationary. It's just so big that we can treat it like it's flat and stationary. The default.
Right, because it's so fucking big, you don't see the curvature because it's so big. If you had any fucking clue as to how big a 4,000 mile fucking radius circle is, Jesus, this dumb motherfucker, just a lying con man is all he is. He's just perpetuating his grift.
default position based on empirical evidence is that the Earth is flat and stationary.
100% agree.
Doesn't mean it is, but I find it very telling that, like I said, the biggest, most vocal people in opposition to this have to be dishonest about that. And that's, of course, because they know that puts the burden.
But we're not dishonest about it. You are. We present demonstrable, repeatable science and evidence for what we claim, and you present nothing but lies, denial, and what you're doing right here.
Burden of proof on
Reversal of the burden of proof.
them, and they can't substantiate avoid of reifications and affirm the consequence and begging the question, and then straw manning flat Earth and blah blah blah. So I'll say this, and we'll see if we can start here. Obviously, there's two primary categories here. It's like, is the Earth moving, and is the Earth a ball, right? And
oh, I thought you were gonna have a pick then.
I happen to know that there is no.
But actually, just the opening from What's It Already, Craig's lost because it's true.
No, it's not true. You're a fucking liar, and you're gullible as fuck. You think he's correct? That the default position after 2,500 years of science is that it's flat? Because some dumb fucks who are too lazy to research it say so? Too dishonest to research it? Jesus fucking Christ, you're stupid.
This is the problem they said with everything. What do we observe? Stationary, flat.
Yeah.
What do you fight for? Earth curve, spinning. How?
Right. What do? We measure it. What do we measure? That's the thing. See, I can say that thing over there is 500 feet long all fucking day. But if someone measures it at 1,000 feet, then I'm wrong, right? My opinion of how long it is doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, right? So we've measured the Earth's spin. We've measured its size. We've measured its radius. We've measured its mass. And your opinion means nothing.
How do you observe it? No, we don't observe it.
No.
And you know that observation is the first step of the scientific method. How come you motherfuckers never get past that? Why is that? Flatzoid, Dave, Michael, PJ, Byrne, Ryan, why is that? That you assholes demand that we adhere strictly to the scientific method on everything we fucking do, but you can't get past the first fucking step.
Earth's too big.
I mean, tell us you're fucking useless pieces of shit without saying the words.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. Exactly.
Because
That's another shirt I want to make. Just trust me, bro.
I mean,
It's
that's been
science. Branches of science.
I mean, that's been my response to a lot of them is show me a citation that agrees with you. Just one. To Dell and his fucking upward Earth, his raising Earth. I mean, Dell heard about a thought experiment and thought it was real life. It's a thought experiment about frames of reference, and he thought it was fucking real life. I mean, think for yourselves, man.
It's crazy.
I mean, nothing support, and that's all I do is I type in, tell Dell, hey, just present one citation that agrees with you. Just one. Same way with Witsit and this fucking electrical shit.
Actual legitimate evidence other than reifying and backing the question that the Earth is allegedly moving. So my question would be, do you have any exclusive evidence that actually verifies the claim that the Earth is orbiting the sun?
Orbiting? I don't think it's orbiting. He has that hard K at the end of it, at the end of his G words.
Good.
He sounds like Boris Badenov. Do you have any? I can't even do it.
Yeah, measurements, observations, satellites in space.
Do you have any evidence for rotating?
The position of the Earth orbiting the sun is something very hard to actually measure from the Earth as on its own. If we just take the measurements that we do
He's
from
reading
Earth,
off the screen. You see that? Yeah, he's reading his comments. Just you can look at that. He's getting help. But he literally just made what's its point in his opening. Yeah, it's very hard to make the measurements from Earth, where we live, by the way, where we observe.
You don't fucking bother. I've asked you for measurements of flat Earth, and you fucking chickened out like a bitch.
Everything.
You and Dave and PJ and Michael.
But I'm going to tell you how it's not what we observe.
He also has a bug in his ear he listens to cues, by the way. I caught him.
Oh yeah, no, they all help each other.
Yeah, he's always got things. Yeah.
According to the priests of scientism, it's impossible to measure, actually. There's no experiment that can be done.
Say what? Say what? What the fuck did you just lie about?
Nope. I think Witsit usually brings it up anyway, so
He does.
yeah, he loves quoting it. But yeah, Craig.
Is it possible to measure the orbit of the sun? How can we measure the Earth's orbit around the sun? Easiest way to measure the Earth's orbit is to observe the sun's motion against the distant stars. They form an angular reference system. So, yeah, by parallax. So, you're wrong again, dumb fucks.
I don't know. I think he's realizing he has nothing because these days he also looks like he's almost.
I mean, all it takes is just 5 seconds of fucking Google, man.
His gas is just leaving. He doesn't look like, he always used to be so amped up. Now he's just saying the same nonsense.
Has he had that amputation yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, I was going to ask him if he'd show us his stump.
All I know is he better get right with God before that, because just now something happens and then what's he going to do?
I don't think it's his leg is getting amputated. I think it's between his legs.
So I think anything that ever happens bad to any one of these motherfuckers, I'm going to laugh my ass off. I'm going to mock them cruelly about it too. May seem callous, but after what they're doing here, fuck them. Yeah, they're mocking they're mocking a person's disability. That's how vile these fuckers are.
We know it's over his head. Now we just got to find out if it's between them.
Apparently, he's got to call himself Felicia.
But don't joke that we actually got issues with that. Yeah, because I mean they've had issues where people go and they just got to get like a little operation on their foot or something, and they end up getting their arm amputated because the doctors mix their files or something. Yeah.
I know someone's mum. I know someone's mum went in just for an operation on a toe and died.
I mean, this is fucking foul. These people have no fucking shame. You talking about having shame? You said he doesn't have any shame. Look at you, motherfuckers.
Happens.
Yeah, anything can happen. You can get internal bleeding, something.
Yeah, first we prove the Earth is flat, then we get moose and squirrel. Absolutely.
You can get an infection. You can go into shock, whatever. So you better get right with God.
Jesus Christ.
Punch him in the face.
He said that. Yeah. You can die from just the anesthetic alone, just the drug they're using.
That's the dangerous part.
Yeah, the actual term for it, I forget. It's the third leading cause of death in the United States is that, without saying it because we're on YouTube, but it is.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, Flats. This is God's reaction to Craig's threat.
That wasn't God, dipshit. Do you think Jesus is God?
He's just like, yeah, come on, because you're not getting in. You're not getting in. You're going in.
Well, I guess if you're inbred and your daddy is your brother, I guess you might think that Jesus is his father, huh?
Oh man. Roger Little, thank you for your $5 super chat, man. He says, I would love to see the whole body of science. It must look good.
He really needs a banjo back there.
Yeah, hopefully it's a sexy body.
Well, if you wait long enough, you're about
to model.
Yeah, soon you're going to be flying in vaginas to space, guys. So,
real quick, did any of y'all see the Northern Lights last night?
I did. Apparently it'll be out tonight again here, so I'm going to look
my
out.
wife told me that South Africa had the Southern Lights last night.
Ooh, Southern Lights.
Yeah. So
I agree. I think
what the hell?
I think it's safer to ride in a vagina than it is to ride on.
Wait, hold on. I've never heard of Southern Lights.
Yeah, there's also Southern Lights.
Really? You never heard of the Aurora Australis? Never heard of that? Jesus fucking Christ, man! High school kids heard of that. I mean, that's what they teach you about when they bring up the Aurora Borealis. They also teach you about the one at the opposite end of the Earth, dumb fuck. See, tell us you've never been to fucking school without saying the words.
But we had it last night. Cape Town area.
I mean, you might as well say 2 + 2. I never heard of that. You might as well say that, man. You might as well.
There was a few places by the beaches.
It's not as common as not Aurora Borealis, though, is it?
No.
No. It just happens like frequently, not as frequently. I mean.
Let me quickly show you. This is how it looked last night, guys. This is like red, pink, purple.
Photos I've seen them. Listening to Rich instead of that with camera looking for it.
Here's the best I got.
Wow.
I didn't even know about it.
I've only ever seen him once when I was a kid in Scotland. I've only ever seen it once.
I got of it right there.
Okay.
I mean, There
That's
was a
beautiful. I
glow.
love the
There was
trick.
a glow, but there was no colors. As you can tell, we were socked in, but there was this glow coming from there. And I'm here to tell you, there's nothing there to make that glow. There's no city or anything like that to make that glow. See how
Well,
dark.
apparently we're getting them again tonight here between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So
It's going cloudy here, so I don't know why.
yeah, I'm still gonna watch that because it's been clear all day. But
I didn't even know it was happening last night, or else I would have checked. But I'll check tonight.
now it's well getting dark on it.
I mean, I'm in Northern California, little north of Ohio, so I should be able to see them. People in Alabama are supposed to be able to see them.
Okay, let's carry on.
What is happening?
And they only happen like every 13 years. It's part of the solar cycle.
Disregarding Earth's rotation with just one Earth's orbit around the sun, it's
The
very hard to
13-year
just
solar
measurements
cycle.
that we can make on Earth to determine if it's us moving or if the sun's moving around us. So we have other ways of verifying it, like satellites in space, probes that have been sent to the sun. The Voyager probe that took pictures of the solar system.
Sorry. Is he claiming space?
Yes.
Yeah, no one gives a shit if you don't believe it. It's true. So.
Yes.
Has he shown us? Has he shown us yet what's this lot of gravity yet?
No, doesn't that violate something?
Lots of gravity.
Lots of it.
Yeah. So he literally just
Yeah,
hand waved his fist.
Yeah. I'm sure space violates something,
Yeah. Last time I checked,
Something like
space
that.
violates the second law of thermodynamics. And
No, it doesn't. Who said that? You? You're stupid. So we don't care what you say.
that's natural law.
Yeah, or something
Because
like that.
literally what these guys fight for, guys, is gravity overcomes entropy.
No, we don't. Nobody says that except you when you straw man us. Nobody says that. Gravity does not overcome entropy. You're such a fucking liar.
And what is that famous quote by? Let's see, I forgot the guy's name. If your theory,
You're looking something up. I thought that was bad. I thought that was bad to look shit up. It's what you guys just mock Craig for, right? Reading. See, that's another reason why I know they're bullies is they mocked Craig for reading. That's what a bully does at the playground when a kid's reading a book during recess. They knock it out of his hand and they bully him for reading.
goes against thermodynamics. British Arthur Eddington. If your theory is found to be against the second law of thermodynamics, I give you no hope. There is nothing for it but to collapse in the deepest humiliation.
You think Arthur Eddington was a flat earther? You think Arthur Eddington thought that space violated the second law of thermodynamics?
And what do they claim?
No, he didn't.
Theory: gravity overcomes entropy.
I don't know, man. This gravity sure hasn't overcome the entropy on me over this many years.
That's what we need to do, guys. We need to contact these people that are trying to figure out how to be immortal. We've got the perfect drug, guys.
Here, Sir Arthur Eddington. Let's see about him. Let's read about Arthur Eddington. The English astronomer, physicist, and mathematician. He was also a philosopher of science and a popularizer of science. The Eddington limit to the luminosity of stars, the radiation generated by the acceleration onto a compact object, is named in his honor. Let's see. Around 1920, he foreshadowed the discovery of and mechanism of nuclear fusion process in stars in his paper, The Internal Constitution of the Stars. Early years, he was born December 1882. I don't care. Astronomy. In January 1906, Eddington was nominated to the post of Chief Assistant to the Astronomer Royal at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He left Cambridge for Greenwich the following month. He was put to work on a detailed analysis of the parallax of the 433 Eros on photographic plates. I think he had to focus that telescope real close up. So he was an astronomer and most definitely was not a flat earther. So why are you citing him? It's pretty funny. Let's see. Yeah. So Cosmology. Eddington was also heavily involved in the development of the first generation of general relativistic cosmological models. He had been investigating the instability of the Einstein universe when he learned both Lemaitre's 1927 paper postulating the expanding or contracting universe and Hubble's work on the recession of the spiral nebula. He felt the cosmological constant must have played the crucial role in the universe's evolution from Einsteinian steady state to its current expanding state. Most of his cosmological investigations focused on the constants, significance, and characteristics. So, yeah, he wasn't a flat earther dipshit.
Is going to make you guys immortal. It's called anti-entropy.
Entropy.
Yeah, we call it gravity. You gotta harness the energy of gravity, and then it will overcome entropy, and you won't get old.
Yeah.
Hey, George. How you doing? Hey, Pentalica. Yeah, so they just straw-manned us by saying that we think that gravity overcomes entropy, and now they're mocking us for the straw man they built. Yeah, pretty normal.
Yeah.
And how do you harness it? Well, you've got to get
Just a normal Saturday in the mouse cult.
gravity to harness it.
You need gravity to create gravity, and then you got to encapsulate it in a containerless container, and then you got to
No, dumb fuck. Oh my God, this idiot! Listen to him.
pray to the
Gotta be under a
helios.
gravitational field.
What's up? Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep. Which Harry's growing in.
It's
Yeah,
just
from
regular.
out in
So we can
space.
cherry
I know the flat Earth position is to just deny that space and satellites are real, and then go back to me. You have to prove that space is real, and etc. But
Oh, so just like a minute. So you have to prove to me that space is real. Yeah, that's usually how it happens. That's how it works with the premise.
No, it's not. You are making the claim against the status quo, the entire scientific community. You have the burden of proof to back up that ridiculous fucking claim. You think that if a person goes for a Nobel or goes for an award in science, that he just says, well, mine is the default position and you have the burden of proof. You think they could do that? Or do they have to back up what they say, what they're claiming? Jesus fucking Christ, these guys are stupid.
There it is, babe. The ultimate thermodynamics game. You can't win, you can't break even, you can't even quit the game.
So true.
Double, triple, and quadruple down, boy.
Game over. No.
So he doesn't understand what entropy is. Entropy can be achieved. Entropy can stop at some point.
No more continues.
Yeah, but I love how
I mean, it's off topic, but I like the license. I like the bumper stickers that say "addicted to sports, not drugs." Whenever I see those, I'm like, yeah, but people quit drugs.
Craig was, oh, no, you want me to prove
Nobody quits sports.
space, but I don't need to. I just have this.
And sports is a much more expensive addiction.
It's like saying I should go in if I claim pigs with wings, and saying, okay, please show us this. Prove it. It's like, no, I don't need to. I'm just claiming it. But I'll say there is leprechauns that live on pigs with wings. But because I claim it's pigs with wings, so therefore there's leprechauns that live on them.
Well, Tesla said it best. He said today's scientists have substituted, and this is during his day, obviously. So this is like during the time of Einstein
Yeah, Tesla wasn't a flat earther either.
and his crackpot theory of relativity and all that craziness. He says today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander off through equation after equation and eventually build a structure which has no relation to reality. Because everything's based off theoretical assumptive values, and if we know how far away Venus is, then we can determine that you don't know any of this crap.
That's a pretty interesting opinion there, idiot.
Nothing. It's a big structure of fairy tales.
Yeah, it's all
What?
Yeah, it's all just based on begging the question. That's all. They have a belief, they have their bias, and then everything must just fit that. It's as simple as that. It's literally
Really, Mr. Hypocrite?
pseudoscience. Because they are claiming to be scientific, which it's not. So it's pseudoscience. It's a religion.
It's the religion of atheism.
Yeah, it is.
And atheism is the most ironic religion that there is, hypocritical is. I don't believe in a God.
Atheism isn't a religion, idiot.
But I have no belief.
Exactly. You believe in God, so you've got a belief then, isn't it? You're a contradiction.
And then they go and
Don't most of them believe that they're God?
Yeah, but
and then they go and fight.
believe in
Yeah, and
something.
God damn these guys.
They go and then they go and fight against a hateful God that they don't believe exists.
Yeah. You believe God for everything, but who you believe in? Thought he didn't exist.
No, they fight against people who are gullible enough to believe in a God that doesn't exist.
They pray to St. Google.
Well, they appeal to their priests of scientism to defend their beliefs, because at the end of the day, that is all it is. The globe, all of it's just founded upon
It's funny how religious people use the word religion as an insult.
beliefs. Like Einstein said something akin to like, we can't prove the Earth is moving, but we choose to believe it because the alternative is unsettling. That's not the exact quote, but it's the essence
That's not what he said.
of what he was saying. And so we choose to believe in this because this disproves God. And, and to accept that there is a God unsettles us because we're a bunch of crackpot weirdos.
You don't have to be an atheist to believe in the heliocentric model, dipshit. What the fuck are you talking about? Why don't any Christian schools teach flat Earth?
But I mean, even they say at the bottom of every atheist cup is lies God. So even their foundation based on there has to be a God there. So.
Well, no atheist in a foxhole. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That is
You've been in many foxholes, have you?
empirical evidence, and it is
I've dug them.
also experiments. The experiments are putting things in space to check these things, to take pictures, to do observations, to gather data while we're in space. So,
Craig, that's not an experiment, mate. Do you even know what experiment is?
You fucking don't. You can't even get past observation, moron.
He doesn't. He
Wow.
thinks he thinks
I think he's saying that we don't need to do experiments because we have a television channel for it, a 24 hours,
No, that's not at all what he said. You fucking liar.
7 days a week channel that shows us that, we're a spinning ball in space.
He says observation alone is an experiment, doesn't
Yeah, he did say that.
he? Yeah.
She. Yeah, they.
Did he? Let's go back and listen to him.
So even their foundation based on there has to be a God there. So.
Well, no atheist in a foxhole. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's true.
that is empirical evidence, and it is also experiments. The experiments are putting things in space to check these things, to take pictures,
That's
to
not
do
experiments.
observations, to gather data while we're in space. So,
Craig, that's not an experiment, mate.
No, see, he didn't say just we look at shit. He said we do observations, we take measurements, we run experiments like that. See, unlike Sleeping Warrior, we're not dumb, and we know that you don't have to tweak the variable by hand.
Do you know what experiment is?
He doesn't. He thinks
Wow.
he thinks
I think he's saying that we don't need to do experiments because we have a television channel for it, a 24 hour, 7 days a week channel that shows us that, we're a spinning ball in space.
He says observation alone is an experiment, doesn't he?
No, he didn't, liar.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. I just played it. So, yeah.
She. Yeah, they.
Felicia.
But when I say, well,
Fucking
I observe it to be quiet when I
liars.
walk the ocean, he goes, well, that's not what you're seeing.
TJD.
How do you win an argument with a moron? I don't know.
everything along.
Sorry?
I said, how do you win an argument with a moron? I don't know. Is there a way to? Can you win? If he doesn't even respond when he's insulted, I don't know. Well, how do you win that argument?
With the
Why are you using insults in an argument or in a conversation or a debate? Seems like you don't know how to have a conversation.
observations from space together show that we are in fact orbiting the sun and not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Okay.
the way
Yeah.
you change-
I see you're reading your chat to get your answer, but it's totally fine.
But I don't believe in space. Who gives a fuck, asshole?
You said prayer
He just looked down at the
I don't believe in you.
chat again as he said that.
Witz is not the only one that's called him out on that.
Yeah. Fair play with it for calling him out on it.
They're getting mad because we figuring them out, man.
He was figuring it out a long time ago.
I mean, you guys, you should actually watch Craig nicely. When he's only got the one earpiece in his ear, he always looks to the left or to the right, like someone's in the room with him. When he's got both his
There is,
earpieces, in
yeah,
his ear, he's looking down at his chat all the time.
Him and somebody else live real close to each other. They hang out together. I think it's McTuner or somebody or whatever. They're like
Cats.
best friends.
I
Is that
think
who it
conspiracy cats help coax him on a lot.
You think it's who?
Cats, conspiracy cats.
Okay.
He's got like some weird buddy ties with everybody there.
Doesn't pop up in the chat, but it's cool. I don't care, bro. But I just think it's funny. Anyway, so you said calculations and measurements.
Wasn't it Whitsitt who was getting coached during that one debate? Was that Whitsitt or was that Nathan Thompson? One of them was.
which of course is completely void of specificity. And then you proceed to contradict yourself and say, "Oh well, I'm your
Specificity.
Like somebody who's just been caught with his hands
Everybody
upside down.
Yeah,
drink.
no, look at he looks now he looks like he's a yeah, exactly. He looks like he's a-
I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. What? What?
trying to figure out.
Well, hey, I wasn't
Yeah, I didn't eat that.
See, all we've heard so far is, oh, Greg's a big dummy head, and nuh-uh. That's all we've heard. That's all they've done.
Cake with a chocolate on the
That's it.
Look at the other guy.
And they think they're demolishing the globe.
can actually measure it.
It's amazing.
But we have other ways to do it. So you refuted your own initial claim in answer to the question, which was measurements. And you said, well, we don't actually have any measurements. And then you said we send things to space. And I know the fire position is just to deny that. This goes to show a major problem.
Right. We've sent stuff into space. If you weren't an idiot and a liar, you'd understand that and accept it.
This conversation that's reoccurring, and that is that the people that believe in the globe Earth model, they don't truly understand it. What you'll find is there's
That old thing that the people who believe in the heliocentric model don't understand it. It's a set of measurements, moron. That's all the model is. It's a set of measurements. That's what a model is. A predictive scientific model is. It's a set of measurements. How do you not understand measurements?
there's an inversely proportionate relationship between those who believe in it and truly understand it. It's very
That's
interesting.
a good quote there. I 100% agree with what's
Yep. Yeah, that was a good way of putting it. Very good.
because they don't understand it.
I'm in the comments of this, Sabina Horsenpfeffer video, and this guy, and you know the comment I left on there, and this guy says, "You do understand this is a science channel." I says, "Well, when are they going to use some actual science then?" Wow. And I says, "You're talking about a scientific impossibility."
Hey, prove you're a fucking idiot on a science channel without saying the words. You think people weren't laughing at you?
He goes, "Why is it scientifically impossible?" I said, "All right, let's start
He
with
doesn't
your
even
sun.
know.
Let's start with your sun." I said, "How do you get a mass of hydrogen to collect together in the
Because of gravity, dipshit. Because of gravity.
first place?" He goes, "Well, it's a composite, such and such amount of hydrogen, so much helium." I said, "They're still gases, idiot."
Yada, 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 yada.
Yes, gas has mass. Gas has gravity. Gas accumulates when there's very, very little gravity around it, and it just pulls together.
Exactly.
Show me any evidence of gases coalescing
The sun, dumb fuck.
ever for any reason.
Especially not in a vacuum.
God, we're talking science. Now I'm having to teach you basic physics. What's wrong with you?
That's true. That's true.
If you were to go out to space and send a probe to space and turn and look at the
I mean, they're arrogant little shits, aren't they? He actually thinks he's smarter than every scientist that's ever lived. I mean, he went on a science channel hosted by or owned by a physicist, probably a PhD. Does Hassenpfeffer have a PhD or whatever her name is? But yeah, these people actually think they're smarter than PhDs because they watch some Flat Earth channel. They watch some videos.
solar system and go to the sun, that wouldn't prove that the Earth moves around the sun in your own model, because there's a kinematic and even dynamic equivalence according to relativity. To know
Okay, you see, this is the way I would have taken a different approach. And what's there?
There's a dynamic and kinematic equivalence to relativity. What the fuck are you talking about? That's called word salad, buddy. That's called word salad. Those words don't mean a fucking thing. But to the ignorant, oh my God, it's truth.
Because I know Whitted likes to push this kinematic model, which is fine, it's his thing. But I would have kept him on, yeah, you're still pushing space, bro. You haven't proven it. You know what I mean?
We don't have to prove space, moron. We don't have to. It's already been proven. You have to become honest enough to accept it.
So that's what I would have carried on with. But, yeah, everybody's got their own thing that they do. But I'm happy he actually went this way because...
I mean, do you think science has done nothing in the past 2,500 years? I'm sorry. Yeah, 2,500 years? You think that they've just been sitting around doing fucking nothing? Haven't achieved anything, measured anything, experimented? You think that? You think you've got all these new ideas, therefore they're correct? Because, no, you got to prove all this stuff. No, I don't have to prove shit to you, boy. You have to be smart enough to understand it first.
Later on's rebuttal. It's just around the Berry Center. Like, that's somehow an argument. He doesn't even know what the Berry Center is.
Really? So he said the word Berry Center and he doesn't even know what it is? You're a fucking liar. God damn. You're a fucking liar.
know that the Earth was moving around the sun, according to your model, you would have to get outside of our galaxy and then find a way to be able.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't. We just have to measure parallax between the sun and the stars, or whatever, however they measure parallax. So you're stupid and you don't know anything, and you still haven't presented any evidence for what you claim.
to see all the way back to the Earth and the sun and then look at the relationship inside the galaxy. If you were to just go inside the solar system or a little bit outside the solar system, you wouldn't be able to know which body was moving in relation to each other because all motion is relative. So no, even if I theoretically granted you this begging the question story where you appeal to the authority of government agencies that you went to a vacuum of space, it wouldn't.
You appeal to the authority of people like fucking Ken Wheeler. That's what you appeal to. To nobody, really. So you can shut the fuck up, hypocrite.
Prove the Earth is moving around the sun. So it's pretty simple. We went to measure the assumption, and parallax doesn't either. That's insane. Parallax is, there's admittedly a kinematic equivalence. If you knew what that meant, you would know that parallax isn't exclusive to the Earth moving through the sun.
Yep, and it's also not observed, by the way.
Yeah, it's measured. It is observed, and it's measured. So another lie from Flatzoid. Another lie from Witsit.
They just take parallax and say, oh.
Are
We're saying it's parallax because it's not observed in one night. They just see, okay, it's based on another position in another total different day.
But they're always looking at it with one single telescope lens instead of a double, right?
What the fuck are you talking about? No, they use two different telescopes in vastly different parts of the world. You fucking idiot.
Yeah. But parallax is not observed. They're just claiming it to be parallax because they see it in a different position in a different day.
See, that's a lie, Flatzoid. That's a complete fucking lie.
That's all. But yeah, Witsit's correct. If it's
Couldn't be honest. He couldn't be honest to save his mother's life.
But it can work with the kinematic equivalence as well. The only difference is with the kinematic equivalence, it shows every luminary above moving over a stationary plane.
Luminaries are those paper bags you fill about this much with sand, put a candle in them, fold over the tops, and put them along your driveway and light the candles. Those are luminaries. Shit we see up there, that's not luminaries. Those are stars, galaxies, planets. So, again, tell us you're ignorant without saying you're ignorant. Tell us you're brainwashed without saying the words.
Where the heliocentric model takes that kinematic equivalence and just turns it around and says we are moving with it. You can literally take that same thing and put it onto the center of reference being Mars, and you'll get the same outcome because it's just based on reference. Hey, LJ, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you for $2 per chat. Glad you could make it, man. He says FTFE has no more unexplored land in his nose.
Well, they've definitely been explored.
Man, people
Thoroughly.
are all over in the comments.
Thoroughly.
Jesus fucking Christ. How old are these idiots? Seriously, man. I got out of those kind of insults when I was 8. Fucking child.
Hey,
Adam, thanks, man. Yeah, please hit those likes. Share the show. Really appreciate it, man. Good to see everybody. Oh, man. But are people going to rip him apart all the time for digging in his nose? That's for sure.
Where's retrograde? Where's aberration? It's
Yeah, children will.
called a kinematic equivalence. Very basic stuff. But what's funny is we actually proved that it's not moving around the sun. So it's not as convenient as to say, well, we can't actually test it or measure it. I promise it's moving, though. No, actually, we falsified it. And that's with Aries failure, and that's with Michelson-Morley, and that's with subsequent tests.
No, that's not what that was for. And again, another lie. What's it? You've been educated on this, and you're lying again about it.
So we did interferometry measurements, and it showed that the Earth was not moving, actually. So again, the default.
No, you didn't do any experiments that says the Earth is not moving. You're a liar. Again, another lie.
This is funny that Rachel brought this up last night as well. Ooh, she, you know, they use
Of course, she's connected.
Yeah. But yeah, it was funny. I mean, she didn't even know what the word was, interferometry. And then she says, oh, okay, mechanical gyros show precession because of Earth curve. Earth curve, no. It's very simple, guys.
Yes, you have gyroscopic precession because of Earth curve, or because of Earth spin. Did she say Earth curve? Yeah. Okay. But no, we have gyroscopic precession because of the Earth spins on its axis. That's how a mechanical gyro compass can find north all by itself, just by turning the thing on.
Guys, when you have a mechanical gyro, that precession is literally mechanical. Okay, when something spins, the energy has to transfer or be transformed. So what happens? It has to conserve it's momentum, and it's transferring that energy, and that's why it has precision. And guess where that precision is? In the same plane of rotation. You can literally rotate the gyro in the opposite direction, and it'll have precision going in the opposite direction. You can have precision going vertical.
Jesus, what an idiot. What a complete fucking moron.
Whatever Wolfie's paying her, he needs to demand a refund.
I think we were thinking this. I think they're using Rachie as the fall guy.
The guy that F the Wolves in the chat. I was going to say hello to him.
Hey, what's up?
Man, they really hate anybody who actually finds the truth, don't they? They are so fucking jealous.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like his videos as well. Love his videos.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
What's up, dude?
Effed up, yeah. What's up, dude? You effed up.
Yeah. So now he believes in conservation of momentum. Thought you said it didn't exist, man.
Peter Kranz, he's looking for globes in his nose.
Should get Joe to come.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving, we then did empirical measurements with immense precision. It showed the Earth's not.
I'm just going to call him Mr. PP Pants. That all of them are just Mr. PP Pants now because they pissed their pants at one point in their life, guaranteed. They pissed themselves at one point in their life, so they should be mocked relentlessly for that from then on, right? Hey, Stanley.
Moving. Aries failure failed to show a deviation in the actual path of the star to the Earth as the Earth is supposedly moving. As it enters the new medium, you should see deviation that then hits the side of the
Don't
telescope.
tell Craig that. He doesn't know how Aries failure works, man. He just doesn't get it.
No, but
Yeah, he does get it. So, yeah, and he understands it. He understands why it's a failure, why it's called Aries failure. See, you take the information and you misinterpret it and think it means something completely different.
I love watching the dumb look on his face and when he's looking down trying to type it to figure out what it is.
It's like, oh, chat, help me. What should I say?
Actually, no mainstream academic answer for that yet. So that's a major problem for you. Maybe you can address those facts, but I just directly refuted every one of your claims, showed you didn't understand it.
No, you didn't. You just said words. You just spewed word salad. That's all you did, man.
You don't even understand your own model. Sending stuff to space doesn't prove the Earth moves around the.
So when did Craig use his buzzer right the fuck off the bat? When did that happen? Because they both have two left, and I haven't heard a buzzer.
Sun anyway in your model, and Michelson, Morley, and Aries failure both directly refuted the belief that we're moving around the sun. So
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're a liar. You're an undereducated piece of shit liar.
So you now have a burden of proof, and you actually have to substantiate your claim antithetical to the empirical measurements.
Yeah,
NASA.
Yeah, this is practically where I watched to, where he's just going to give this rebuttal, and that's where I watched to. But all he's going to say now, the Barry Center. We know we're moving around the Barry Center because there's a Barry Center. It's like, what? Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. I really appreciate your support. You really are a superstar, man. He says 3 words, laser ring gyro. Thanks, Bob. Yeah. Dave, Bob showed the...
Yes. The ring laser gyro proved that the Earth spins. Bob did it. Bob proved it. It's great.
Earth needs to show drift, but has no drift, so therefore Earth not spinning.
And
the guy's not caught up yet on that. That they haven't been able to show Earth rotating.
Yeah, we have. Bob showed it twice. Once when Nathan Thompson was at his house, and once for the documentary. But you ignore that because Bob said no. They're wrong. I didn't say that. Oh, and I did other tests. I lost the data. Yeah, it's funny. He never released the data. He just lost it. But they don't mock him up for that. But they do mock NASA for losing telemetry data. Yeah. Fucking hypocrites.
And they would just say thanks, Bob. So yeah, thank you, Bob, for proving the Earth doesn't rotate.
Yeah, absolutely. Do like that one. Yeah,
so what does a ring laser gyro measure, Flatzoid? What does it measure? It measures movement. It measures drift. If you have it sitting on your fucking desk and it's measuring drift, what the fuck do you think is moving? Is your desk moving? No. Is your house moving? No. Is the ground moving? No, you can see it stationary. Well, how could it possibly sense movement if none of those things are moving? Maybe the Earth, the entire Earth is moving? Yeah, that would see. You talked about Occam's razor. See that's Occam's razor, man.
That's not a single accomplishment. That's a good one, actually.
I like it.
A good one.
They have accomplished something, man. They take everybody's money. Come on.
Well, apart from that, yeah.
That's true. That is a accomplishment.
But their missions.
I mean, you have to
He hasn't accomplished anything. What the fuck have you done? What the fuck have you done?
have accomplished something to use $1 billion to make cable ties for a moon rover that's not going into space. So
That's what I was going to say. And they've used none of the $63 billion a day towards trying to convince people that they're actually doing what they say. I mean, you can do the same things at home that they do and convince the whole world.
People
I sent a video on Element the
All
other
you need is
day.
Photoshop.
You think NASA is interested in proving that the Earth isn't flat? You think that's their job? You think that $63 billion isn't spent on shit?
Where they took the old shuttle. They had bolts that they.
I mean, they think that the government gives NASA, this huge corporation, this huge organization that has bills and expenses, and they hand it to a guy and he just says, "Oh, thanks," pockets it, and goes home. They think that's what happens. How do utilities get paid? Salaries get paid. Rent, leasing, subcontracting. How do you think those things get paid, man? So you can go online and you can find their expenditure. You can find where every fucking cent goes. And it doesn't go into the pocket of some fucking executive or some Jew. Okay?
They got from the old space shuttle, and they tested it against.
You think the government's going to give NASA money for some guy to pocket it? God damn it, man.
Normal just steel bolts, and Chinese make. The Chinese make outperformed the NASA shuttle bolts.
Nice. Nice.
Well, there's a lot of things about that shuttle thing. It would have tiles missing on it and shit when it came back, and there was no effect from the supposed re-entry heat.
Yeah, why do you think why do you think they make them replaceable? See, they do have tiles missing when it comes back sometimes, but they're replaceable. So that they just replace them. And yes, it builds up a lot of fucking heat on re-entry. Let's hear what this dumb shit has to say. Hold on.
But I'm just a dumb flirter. I wouldn't know anything.
Outperformed the NASA shuttle bolts.
Nice. Nice.
Well, there's a lot of things about that shuttle thing. It would have tiles missing on it and shit when it came back, and there was no effect from the supposed re-entry heat. On that, one tile gone. Isn't that what supposedly?
Except for that one time, yeah.
But Dave, you're forgetting they had meshed paper on the outside.
Oh, well, that
That
helps.
protects them, man.
Those
Meshed paper
tiles were-
protects you.
Those tiles,
You think those tiles are made out of paper? Those tiles are made out of high-tech ceramic, dipshit. You don't know anything. You just don't know anything. You refuse to research anything. So you just say what you think things are. And you look ridiculous.
They're in it.
glued on. They were glued on. That's how they were fastened. They
Yes, they are cemented on. Yes.
were glued to the outside.
So you can go to space with I don't know, makeshift
With space balloon.
yeah, with pipes and tinfoil and gaffer tape.
Well,
Scotch
now we're
tape.
finding out that
Yeah.
there really aren't all these companies and people building stuff for NASA. It's actually they're sponsored by Hobby Lobby.
Wow.
They're sponsored by Hobby Lobby, and that's where they go and get all their crafts and supplies to make their fake shit from.
Yeah, and then the rest of them. Go ahead.
Really? Is that what you've researched? Or is that your opinion, dumb fuck?
But I'm just a dumb flirter. I wouldn't know anything.
I thought it was Walmart.
Look at NASA's VFX apartments alone. I think they've got like 12 VFX apartments. Why? You're a
Yeah,
space
but-
agency, not a damn Hollywood production studio.
Why
They've
do
got
they
the biggest film production studio in the world, bigger than MGM.
No, they aren't. No, NASA is not. Sorry. India, the movie studios in India are the biggest movie producers. So Bollywood's huge.
Bigger than Universal.
And the biggest movie pool.
What does that tell you?
So why do the astronauts have a
What, his opinion? What does his opinion tell you? It tells me that he's a dumb fuck, Mouse. That's what that tells me.
freaking star on the Hollywood Boulevard?
Yeah.
Or television?
Yes, because that was the biggest broadcast of its time. That was the most important instrumental thing that we saw on TV. A lot of coordination had to go with fucking televising this thing. But you've never done a fucking thing in your life, So you're jealous.
They do.
Television. Look, I've been down there, right? And they got these stars all in the thing, and they got people's names on it and everything. And there's a little symbol in there. It's either for movies, for theater, or for television, or and some for music, right? And it has Buzz Aldrin and that whole crew, and it's for television. They have a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame for television.
Right, because the moon landings and all the missions were televised, dipshit. It was part of TV. God, you're stupid. Holy shit, you're gullible.
I think that $63 million a day, the majority of it goes back into social engineering and weather engineering. Personally, I mean,
Go over.
I'm looking at Google. Did Chinese bolts outperform NASA bolts? And I'm looking through here, and I don't see anything about that here on Google. Nothing. So that was a lie, Flatzoid.
That's what NASA's really involved in. NASA is basically a big funnel for black ops budgets, and
it is.
Oh, are they?
If you go over to True Earth Wiki, I'll grab the link here and put it in the chat in a minute. But if you
True Earth Wiki? Is that some flat Earth piece of shit? True Earth Wiki. Here, let me Wiki. I don't see True Earth Wiki. See a lot of reference to flat Earth, but so it's just a piece of shit flat Earth Wikipedia that somebody put together.
if you go over to True Earth Wiki, they've got
Okay.
they put together a whole thing about it's a PowerPoint, and it shows where all the money goes toward developing smart dust and.
So it's no longer on the ball here with a video on the True Earth Wiki. Today I'm going to talk to you about the intent.
This is no longer on the ball. That's the channel name.
Of the new Earth Wiki, and I'm going to just kind of show you around. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and go here to the introduction page.
So there's no link to it.
This wiki was.
There's no link to it, either in the description or the chat. Flat Earth Wiki tutorial playlist. See, that's just YouTube. He doesn't even give a link to it. Must not be very proud of it.
Inspired by watching truthers on live.
Truthers?
Active denial systems and all this other shit against you.
Smartness.
Roger says it's 21 studios, not 12, guys. 21 studios.
You know that.
Yeah, but that's just to help the astronauts and all the workers relax because they work hard. No, it's to facilitate their hobbies. That's what it is. Come on, guys.
Yeah. That active thing that you were talking about, that active whatever, I forget the name of it. But active all that is it's a microwave gun. You could build one out of an old microwave. It's real simple. 1,000 water more. Yeah, pretty much it.
They've got them with microwave. They've got them with all kinds.
Yeah,
of
it emits microwaves so that it burns your skin, basically. Yeah, and it does make you run. Trust me.
Right.
Yeah, I want to know.
All you need is a wet T-shirt to cover you, and you're good.
Oh yeah, sure.
I want to know how they can pass a bill to ban something that doesn't exist.
You know?
Yeah, they openly admit that it exists, and then the average person is actually the one that'll tell you you're crazy for believing it because they don't have
Well, you can show them people that literally did it as a job. Show the airplanes filled with the stuff. Show the people they actually have badges made for them to say they've accomplished that's their job. They got certificates and stuff. And the people say, oh no, there's no such thing as chemtrails.
I've got a Today Show clip of saved on my YouTube. It's Mikio Kaku, who he's one of their puppet priests of scientism, and he accidentally slips up. I think it's like Good Morning America actually, but he slips up, and they're like, "So are you saying we actually have the ability to control the weather?" And he goes, "Inconclusive. Actually, the CIA was using this technology during the Vietnam War to wash out the Viet Cong with monsoons." And the news anchor gets something through her earpiece, and she's like, "Allegedly." He's like,
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, that was just because they'll get sued by the government, you know.
It's like they've never heard of HARP before.
Man, I just saw a picture. I was looking for it. A picture of Trump touring one of the inside of one of those chemtrail planes, man.
Wow.
Like, oh, they're contrails. Oh, you shut up. Man, contrails that stayed all day.
People in the Midwest don't doubt it, though, because people in the Midwest actually pay to have their fields rained on, so they're not stupid.
Yeah, guys, please hit the like, share the show. It's great to see so many people in. But
Meanwhile, California's been under a drought for decades. So there's your opinion. You think they'd make it rain in the Sahara if they fucking could, asshole? Jesus, these people are idiots. Completely gullible. They'll believe any bullshit that comes their way without researching it, without thinking about it. They just, oh yeah, that's got to be true.
please hit the like. It does really, really help. Okay, let's get on with the debate because I'm sure it's going to get much, much worse for Mr. Craig.
But you understand me? Could you just, before I go on and answer you, could you tell me what you mean by kinematic equivalence?
I knew you
The fact he asked,
Yeah,
the fact he asked, I don't know what it is. How? In your right
No, because it's horse shit. It's bullshit. What the fuck are you talking about?
mind can you claim to be an ex-nuclear physicist and you don't know what a kinematic equivalence is? That's literally, you just have to study that to become a nuclear physicist.
Really? Let's look it up. Kinematic equivalence. The kinematic equivalence method is an effective way to solve the inverse kinematics and trajectory planning by simplifying and rearranging joints of each segment. The mechanism and joint layout of the manipulator are first analyzed. See, that's when you're animating something. Classification and kinematic equivalence of contact types 4. This is School of Engineering, Yale. The modeling of contacts between fingers and objects has been a reoccurring theme in robot manipulation. So, yeah, that's a dead end. So, proof of kinematic equivalence. Here we go. In order to prove the validity of the equation, it's convenient transformative coordination of the initial shot. See, that's transform equation takes the form of this. Now the goal is to prove any reflection travel time function or constant velocity medium satisfies the equation. So that has nothing to do with it. So, yeah. So it's just word salad, man. Doesn't fucking mean anything. He heard kinematic equivalence and he thought it sounded important, so he uses it a lot.
Weird.
So funny, Timon said it. But yeah, it just means how bodies move in relation to each other. It's an equivalence in either direction, just like Einstein said. If the sun is moving around the Earth or the Earth is moving around the sun, they're equally valid. The kinematics, how the body moves in relation to each other.
No, they're not equally valid because one has to be superior to the other. Either one does or the other does. Now, both of them do, it turns out, because of the barycenter. The Earth rotates the sun, and the sun somewhat in a larger aspect orbits the Earth. But, yeah. You're an idiot, and you're just talking out your ass.
Each other, since motion is relative, is equally valid either way.
Do kinematics involve any forces?
No, it's kinematics.
He literally just told you what it was. Oh man, that's the explanation of movement, you idiot.
I can't believe he agreed to this debate. He didn't know Witzit was going to smash him.
You know,
Wow.
one of the best examples.
I keep thinking that Witzit's winning.
It's like in everyday life.
Love it.
Give as an example. Have you ever pulled into a parking spot and you stop, and at the exact same time as the car next to you starts pulling out, and you all for a second you feel like your brakes didn't work and you're still going forward? Okay, that's
Yeah, you know what that is? That's your senses not working right, man. But you say trust your senses. You have said trust your senses. Your senses don't lie. Right? But now you're saying that your senses can be fooled by just some guy pulling off in your peripheral? Let's hear that again. Let's hear him contradict himself.
give as an example. Have you ever pulled into a parking spot and you stop, and at the exact same time as the car next to you starts pulling out, and you all for a second you feel like your brakes didn't work and you're still going forward? Okay, that's
Yeah, I knew.
okay, because I think I'm moving forward, but it's actually the car next to me, and I've actually had to pull me for a second to where I've actually pumped my brakes a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done it many times.
I thought your senses were infallible. That just that you don't feel movement, therefore we're not moving. Looks flat, so it has to be flat. But yet a car next to you can fool you, can fool your senses. That's interesting. Fascinating.
Yes, interesting. It's interesting. Anyway, yeah. So everything about space travel is based on the predictions of the Earth orbiting the sun and the barycenter of the solar system being everything orbits around.
And what is the barycenter for the universe, Craig? Be so kind to tell everybody. What's the barycenter?
It's Barry's butthole.
You get what his argument is. Barycenter, therefore Earth orbiting.
What is a barycenter? What does that mean?
It's just simply the center point where the universe is.
Yeah, where everything's rotating around. It's the great attractor or whatever they call it.
Yeah, it's where all the whole universe is circling around. Like we
Supposedly, yeah. Like
the very center would be the center where all everything is orbiting around.
Okay. So the thing is like an epicenter.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the center point.
they normally call it the great attractor. That's what they call it in science usually. So you might have heard that.
Oh yes, I'm the great attractor.
You know, it sounds like a Xanadu song or something.
Pretending.
And that was an awesome song.
I'm doing well. Yeah, it was good.
Xanadu.
Pretender.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
pretend.
I had that on a 45. I had that on a 45 on vinyl when I was a kid. I don't know whatever happened to it. That'd be worth a lot of money right now.
It would.
Mhm.
It would.
Well,
What vinyl was money?
Be worth more.
Sending things to anything in space that we do is based on the predictions of everything orbiting the barycenter of the solar system. So the fact that it's done with the calculations that it is done to include all the movements of the solar system backs up the claim that going to space and looking at the things that are there shows us what's happening, because it's not just going there and taking pictures, it's going there and going to places based on orbital trajectories calculated, includes all the movements of.
Yeah, he's still claiming space is real, dudes, because I say so. Because we have a barycenter in our space paradigm, therefore space is real, and we have orbit.
No, space is real because space is real. You say it isn't, so you think it's not. But you've not presented any evidence to back your claim that it's not real.
Which shows
I mean, you say we got a dome. What does the dome protect us from? What is it supposed to be keeping out or keeping our air from going into? If what's outside the dome isn't real, it doesn't exist at all. What?
Because we said we orbit the sun. Okay, I can say the same thing, guys. The sun.
No, because everyone who's ever tested it says we orbit the sun. So, yeah. It's not just because we say it, assholes. But the Earth is flat only because you say it is. See, that's the irony, is you're arguing against 2,500 years of science and giving your opinion. That's the irony. You think you're correct because you just say something and it's so. But science is wrong because we've tested shit.
Sun only comes up because I wake up every day. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. The sun comes up because I wake up. If I don't wake up, the sun doesn't come up. Okay.
Well, it doesn't.
And that would be a logical fallacy. So, yeah. So you're a dumb shit.
It doesn't come up for me when you don't wake up, Fudge.
How do you know? How do you know I didn't wake up?
If you sleep
Talking
24
about what
hours a day.
You're a science denier.
If you
Yeah,
sleep
you're just a science tonight, PJ.
yeah, if you sleep 24 hours a day. No, I'm saying if you sleep 24 hours a
Why are
day.
you talking to me, PJ? Why can't you finish my statement, man? What's wrong with you?
No, sleep 24 hours a day. It'll be.
I mean, they've been on for an hour. 9 minutes short of an hour. And they've gotten through 15 minutes of the debate. And they probably started it late. They probably skipped some.
We talk here all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It just, this is nothing new. It's the same old denial, same old excuses, same old delusion, thinking that the flat earthers won a debate when they present nothing. It's just sad. It's pathetic.
I've seen it with my own 3 eyes. I mean, 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Well, it was full.
Okay, you see, this is one thing I tried to get through to Craig before. This is why it's not scientific, because it's all just correlation.
Yeah.
Correlating things and then affirming the consequence. It's not science. There's nothing scientific about anything he's been saying at all.
Of these things. So, yeah, the fact that there is space travel that takes into account all of the movements of the solar system actually refutes your claim that you wouldn't be able to see the difference, because everything that is put up there and sent to another place is done so with the calculations of everything orbiting the barycenter of the solar system. And also, you said
Yeah. You can play Kerbal Space Program, and you need to work out how much fuel you need to go to space. That make that space program Kerbal simulator actually mean you're going to space? Nah.
Craig
It's
looks
just
like a character from The Simpsons, dude. Yep.
Is that what you took from it? Is that what you took from what he said?
I can totally see him as that kind of yellow.
He's here a little bit.
He got jaundice or something.
Oh, wow, it's good.
Roger Ledwell, $2 super chat. Thank you very much, man. Rocky says, I'm going to places. It's called work.
Yeah, you know,
Oh, Lord.
Vicky
Thank you very much. Yes?
Oh, yeah, sorry, go on.
Thank you very much for super chat, Roger, mate. And there's the Felicia hat out again.
It does exactly as we would predicted.
That was perfect.
The Wizard of
You know, Vicky's been watching the Eurovision. Well, she just come in and said, I don't think much of these songs in Eurovision. I just see two men's bums. Eurovision has gone gay. I'm just going to say everything on telly, everything in the media has gone gay. Everything.
Unfortunately, it has.
It is.
It is the new straight.
Mm-hmm.
Or we were watching something on a streaming thing, but it was because it was free. It had like ads put into it. And I'll be damned, man. They had to have this one. And of course, it's always the same 3 ads. The first time we came up, we were sitting here watching the movie. Like the second commercial has these 2 dudes grab hold of each other and kiss each other and shit. Everybody in the room is like, oh, God. Ugh.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a visceral reaction that you have.
Even the
Whenever I watch a video, since I don't have Premiere, the ads I get are for CNC and for manufacturing and stuff. The stuff that I normally watch videos on and Google, the stuff that I'm interested in, those are the ads that they show me. But you're saying you got ads of gay guys? Really? I get machining. You get gay guys. Okay.
women usually go, ugh.
This is I'm sorry. It's all right.
Yeah. Like we said,
Nothing wrong with the YouTube admin.
Oh,
Nothing wrong with
the
YouTube.
problem with it is sandpaper on sandpaper. It's just, there's something wrong with it.
A lot of friction, yeah. Show me the
Yeah,
Bible where God
obviously.
made Adam, show me the Bible where God made Adam and Steve, please.
Right. No sword fight.
That it was an appeal to authority. No, referring to experts in a field.
Oh, yeah.
like-
Just listen to this. He says it's not appealing to authority. It's literally appealing to authority.
No, appealing to experts in the field is not an appeal to authority. Sorry.
Literally, this is appealing to authority.
NASA or any other space agency, when talking about space travel, is not an appeal to authority. Appeal to authority would be just saying, oh, someone in government that is this random person said that this is true, therefore it is. Appealing to the
Appeal to authority fallacy occurs when we accept a claim merely because someone tells us that the authority figure supports that claim. An authority figure can be a celebrity, a well-known scientist, or any person whose status or prestige causes us to respect them. So no, that's not a appeal to authority.
No, that's not appealing to authority. That's just appealing to total ignorance.
in a field is not appealing to authority. You can't just dismiss me
Their
referring to
face is
space.
like, what else?
You can't just dismiss us going to space when all the calculations about going to space include all of the planetary motions and orbits around the center.
See, appealing to science is not an appeal to authority. Appealing to Michio Kaku would be an appeal to authority, but not of the entire body of science, dipshit. So you don't even understand how fucking logical fallacies work.
Enter the solar system.
Calculation. Exactly.
It's crazy because I know I'm about to correct you on this, and you're going to turn around.
Sorry?
I would have asked him.
No, you didn't correct anybody on anything with it. You never have. You never will. You're not smart enough. You may correct someone on the spelling of your name, but you'd probably be lying about that too.
Can I make a rocket tomorrow and then just fly to space without getting permission?
No, you can't. You'd have to get permission from the government, who would coordinate it with NASA if you're going like into outer space, because they're basically the authority.
You're going to say, oh, yeah, of course, but no, that's not true. You can't.
Yep. You need a whole bunch of paperwork to get done as well.
And a bunch of money and all this other stuff, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, yeah, they got control.
You need authority to get out of your own country.
Civilians are restricted even if you've got a pilot's license in the plane. You're restricted to under 50,000 feet elevation. That's
Yeah, but not
restricted
even that.
airspace above that.
When you're sitting on the airplane, you need to already have it logged. You're gonna
Yeah, that's so shit don't crash into each other. Are you this fucking stupid, man? You don't know how shit works?
leave. You have to get authority to take off. You can't just take off.
Of course, yeah, that's what I mean. But he's under the impression that, oh, you can do that anytime you want if you want to win. No, that's not true. So he told you.
Turn around and do it again tomorrow. It's crazy stuff. No, you and McToon's script that you mislead people with is literally a lie. So if you appeal to the authority, if they're an expert in that field, it's still an appeal to authority. Let me explain why, Craig. It's very simple. It's very elementary, okay? If two experts in a field disagree, could you then just invoke the fact that one of them's an expert, therefore what they say is true? What about the PhD astronomer Gerardus Bow, who said all the physics and equations that NASA uses to send satellites and probes actually use a geocentric system, including the actual dynamic equations, therefore prove...
Well, he's a liar. He's a liar.
Geocentricity and refuting heliocentrism. Oh, he's an expert in the field. He's a PhD astronomer, Greg. So that's why it's called an appeal to authority, because not all authorities agree. Something can't be true just because an authority says it. Also, this barycentric like little diversion you're using shows you also don't understand there's a kinematic equivalence.
Yeah, it's literally based on the reference, Craig. The fact you brought up Barry Center while he's talking about kinematics shows you don't even know what it means.
You don't know what that means, obviously, but okay, so for starters, they actually use ECEF. They very rarely use the solar barycentric center. But what's even funnier is they say that it goes either way. They use ECEF or
the solar bariatric center. What the fuck did you just say?
Equivalence.
Yeah, it's literally based on the reference, Craig. The fact you brought up Barry Center while he's talking about kinematics shows you don't even know what it means.
You don't know what that means, obviously, but okay. So for starters, they actually use ECEF. They very rarely use the solar barycentric center. But what's even funnier is they say that it goes either way. They use the ECEF or can transform it to an ECI because it's simpler. They say that the solar barycentric center or whatever is way more complicated math. So, but it's equivalent either way. And to deny that means that you don't understand relativity. And I thought that we covered that you were going to research relativity like 3 years ago, since it's like the staple of your belief. So again, even if
Dude, relativity is too much over their heads. They don't know what relativity is.
It's probably over most of our heads.
Richie proved that.
It's nonsensical. So I mean,
And simple math is over your heads, dude.
Relativity is literally just a try and make an excuse theory. That's all. It's the get out of hand, get out of jail free card. We can't observe it because of our reference frame. That's all. It's the excuse to say why we don't observe what we observe.
Listen to this numbskull.
Exactly. That's an oxymoron.
Oh my
I
lord.
believe it to be so, but I can't observe it. So let's just say it's because I can't observe it because where I'm situated. So just believe me, man. Have faith, bro.
And if I predict it and then I use some math, then I can make it true.
right. Well, this is what we predicted is not working out, and our equations aren't actually matching reality. So let's make shit up.
You can't be wrong. So there must be dark matter. Well, you can't see it or prove it's not there. So it must be there.
Yeah, think how idiotic it is. They say mass is attracting mass, okay? But now we're coming to observation that shows, but hang on, there's no mass here, but it's attracting. Doesn't that make you think maybe mass is not attracting mass? Then it could be something else happening.
Right.
No. It's dark matter. It's an invisible mass. Yeah.
Oh no, we got way too much shit.
God damn. So proud of being ignorant, aren't they?
Invested in this, man. We can't recant now. That's what it is.
How dare you?
We got too much invested into this.
Why is it dark matter?
if they did assume that it isn't exclusive to the Earth moving around the sun, again, you diverted the dynamics. You didn't know what kinematics was. There's a dynamic equivalence, whether with Newtonian or Einsteinian mechanics. I've explained this to you guys many times, and you just hand dismiss it. And then further than that, we're not going to believe the stories that you're going to space anyway, because you literally do have to appeal to the authority of government agencies that always lie. Say, well, they said they went there.
No, we don't. We have civilians, regular people that track the entire thing with telescopes, with high power ham radio units, directional antennas. So you're a liar, Whitsit. You're a fucking liar.
It must be true, and we don't have to believe that anyway. So
I just wish we would add it in there as well. And you're claiming gravity overcomes entropy. So.
No, we never have said that. Ever.
And just so you know, whenever they supposedly even transform over to the barycentric center, they actually use the ECI initially to do that, which is Earth-centered inertial frame, which they transformed to that from the ECEF. So if you knew those things, you would know in your own paradigm, this doesn't prove the Earth is moving, and you're still avoiding the point that actual empirical measurements falsify the claim the Earth moves around the sun whenever we did MMX and we did Aries failure. So those who don't know, the light comes...
You're using big words that he doesn't understand, Whitsit.
Yes, Whitsit is using big words that he does not understand.
Word salad.
Absolutely. Yep.
Word salad.
That's what I think he's probably going to say. Oh, you're just word salad. Because you're using words I don't understand, so it's word salad.
That's exactly it.
From the star through the telescope with
You can
water
see
in
he's
it.
like
If the
twitching,
Earth is moving, it's
he's
supposed to
stressing.
deviate because it's going to change speed in the medium.
The guy's stressing. He's stressing. He doesn't know what the hell's being said.
Right now, he's thinking, "Oh shit, what have I gotten myself into?"
Yeah, what am I going to reply now?
Why does he do it? Why does he do it?
He's like, damn it, you didn't write down this question. How am I supposed to answer it?
Let me quickly go look on Neptune's site. Maybe there's something about this here.
Hold on, let's go to his website.
Right, and in your paradigm with the constant speed of light, it's actually just changing direction and increasing the path, the distance. So it's going to deviate and hit the side relative to how fast
Yeah,
it
read
moves
those
through space and
comments,
spin. But it didn't do that. So Aries failure wasn't Aries success for a geocentric model.
Just show us one measurement of flat Earth. That's all we want.
And then MMX refuted it. So do you have any actual evidence that we are flying through space? That's the question.
We aren't flying through space, moron. What a dumb question.
I read it, so I schooled you on that before, but
We went to relativity. I schooled you on that. No.
Basically, what he just said was, I didn't do my homework on this. Hold on, let me check.
No, he was frantically looking for an answer in his chat while Whitsit was talking. He was like, "Somebody bail me out of this, please, quickly." And apparently, nobody did. So he began the sentence with right away.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad I turned this down because see what happened. There was a guy going to come on and debate Eat the Big Booger. They were going to debate him, and then they dropped out. And then Jaron contacted me and said, "Do you want to debate Craig tonight?" And I was like, "Man, I'm really not don't want to do this."
Right, she's being like, oh.
Yeah, and so I said, "No, man, I'm gonna have to pass." And then next thing I see, he's coming up and he's got Whitsit. And I was like, "That worked out beautiful. I can't think of a better one to go up there. Let's do it. Let's smash him once and for all. For crying out loud."
That's it. That's it.
And he's doing an awesome job. He's just sitting back, relaxing, watching Craig sweat, not knowing anything. This is like literally Craig is being outclassed in the equivalence of.
Remember, this is his day job.
Yeah, but think about it. If he's been outclassed so much as like he's taking equivalence of taking a grade 1 student and trying to teach a matriculant to read a book.
And he couldn't look him in the eye when he says, "I already schooled you on relativity."
He doesn't even know what relativity is.
I know his eye's not there; it's through the camera, but still, you look toward him, don't you?
Thank you, Tony Wickham, for your £5 super chat, man. I appreciate all the support. You are awesome. He says, if gravity was really a force, it would be inviolable in nature as a force. Exactly. Globers won't like this comment. Definitely not.
What? What the fuck did he just say? If gravity was a force, what?
Wickham for your £5 super chat, man. I appreciate all the support. You are awesome. He says, if gravity was really a force, it would be inviolable in nature as a force. Exactly. Globers won't like
Inviolable in nature as a force? The fuck is that guy talking about? Exactly. And he agrees with it. Oh, yeah, exactly. Fucking
this
morons.
Definitely not.
Not smart at all.
Yeah. I mean, notice that we aren't even able to do anything for gravity. Gravity is literally unverifiable even in their model because we.
What the fuck are you talking about, you liar? We've told you thousands of times the Cavendish verifies gravity. But you keep lying about it, saying that, oh, we just can't prove it at all. No test, no nothing.
You can't observe it because it's in a different dimension mathematically.
And he has the fucking nerve to call anybody else dishonest. The fucking nerve of this fucking shit cunt. This shit stain.
They call it science openly calls it a pseudo force because it can't be measured or tested, or there's no way to actually identify that it exists, but it must exist for the globe to actually work. It has to exist, so it's a pseudo force.
Exactly.
Oh, listen to the liar. Listen to the guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, proving that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
And by the way, guys, to have
fucking
a
pathetic. It really is pathetic.
Was not about Earth's movement, it was about movement relative to the aether. They found no aether. Aries failure was also a failure to find the aether. That's why it's called Aries.
Why is it saying aether?
Because it's pronounced aether, not ether. Aether. A-E-T-H-E-R. And A-E is pronounced A. Fucking retard.
Aether, not to do with Earth moving through space, so they're irrelevant to.
And that's false, Craig. It was to see if the Earth was rotating.
Yep.
And they found the Earth not.
No, it wasn't. It was to see if the Earth moved through the ether or the aether. That's what it was designed for, you dumb motherfucker.
To be rotating, Craig.
And when Einstein said there's no test that we can do, no optical test that we can do to prove that it's the Earth moving, that was specifically in reference to Michelson-Morley. So, but then later in the same paragraph, he says, but the Earth is spinning and whatever. So I don't know the exact words, but yeah, they just love proving how ignorant they are, don't they?
This is also one thing they love to push. They love pushing it. Oh no,
it's like internet cancer agrees with them.
Just to disprove the ether. No, it was used to disprove Earth's rotation, mate. They were literally trying to measure, does the Earth move or not?
No, it's not what they were testing. See, you've never read it, have you? You've never, ever read it, have you? Same way as you've never read the Cavendish experiment, have you? But you're a fucking expert in it, aren't you?
They found it not to be moving.
Conversation. Nice attempt non sequitur there.
I mean, that's just a fucking lie, Flatzoid. Again, you lie. See, every word out of your filthy, evil, disgusting, dirty little lying mouth is a fucking lie.
You're completely wrong about appeal to authority. Appeal to authority is literally, if you just, there's a media personality or something that says it's true, if there's an expert in the field that has knowledge in that field, even if there's two experts that disagree, referring to an expert is not appealing to authority.
It's a literal appeal to authority. That's the definition of appeal to authority.
No, it isn't. I showed the definition and you're wrong. So, have you ever even fucking looked it up?
Appealing to an authority in a subject matter. What the hell? He's just denying.
He's never even looked it up, has he? Never. Ever. Because that's not what it says.
What the definition of appealing to authority is.
It's just you're wrong about that. I know you never accept that you're wrong about that because you don't ever accept that you're wrong about anything. They do have to use, for instance, sending these sort of
and it just.
Yeah, what's it said he could zoom the sun back in? He's never proved it. He runs away with his tail tucked between his legs when asked to prove it, and he won't admit that he's wrong.
To prove to the sun, they most certainly use the calculations of the Barry Center of the solar system to send it there and get the data that they did. So
what data did they get? You said they calculated it to get it there, to get the data that they did. You first have to get it there before you can get data back.
Oh.
Doesn't make sense. He's saying we calculated using the Barry Center and we get data back. What?
Yes, when you do a calculation, the answer to that calculation is data. You get that data back from when you do a computation or a calculation. Jesus, you're fucking stupid.
Calculated to move it. Once it's there, then you can only get data back. literally, I don't know. It's like saying I'm gonna make a fire, but I'm not going to make the fire. I'm gonna wait for the heat to transfer before I make the fire.
You saying these things without you showing that it's true is a bit irrelevant because we
He
have
literally gave you the differences. Wow, guys, I thought it was bad, but no, this is like, no. Craig, you definitely shouldn't even be there, dude.
percent of the probes to the sun with the knowledge that the Earth is orbiting the sun using those calculations. But you keep screaming that we have a kinematic equivalent and saying that I don't know what it means. You attempted to explain it and didn't. So what I'm going to ask you to do is...
He even gave you the different references.
No, he said, no, you don't know what it is? You don't know what it is? That's all he did. That's all he did. Here.
ICE?
Yeah, he just said words. He didn't explain anything. He didn't give any evidence to back up his claims. He just said words.
Could you show me the kinematic equivalent? Like, if you bring it up and show me it, please. I would love to have it explained.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Well, that's crazy. Oh, God.
No, see, but this is just him showing he doesn't know what it is, because I need a visualization of what it is.
All right, let's see if Austin will show him any evidence.
Right, that's Craig's debate tactic, because he always says you didn't. He did it with you guys, you and my dad. He's like, you didn't explain, or you didn't cover it, when you clearly did in-depth explain what you...
No, Flatzoid and Dave never explained clearly anything. They just dodged every question asked.
You know, what's your point? Like the...
Refused to present any evidence. Yeah, you're a fucking liar there, buddy.
The fluid pressure without containment, where you're not explaining, it's like, no, you just don't understand. So you're projecting your lack of understanding by saying it wasn't explained to you. It means it wasn't explained to you in terms you could understand. That's my opinion.
Exactly. No, that's exactly that.
Oh, he does understand and he's just blatantly dishonest.
No, I think he's too dumb to understand it.
No, I really think he doesn't understand it, yeah.
Yeah. You can see with the blank look on his face, he doesn't know.
Yeah. He looks like a lump of plasticine. His face just looks like plasticine.
I swear.
Dude, you look like a chick. You got tits like a chick. And you look like a fucking old ass bitch who hangs out in a bar too much. That's what you look like. You have no fucking room to be teasing anybody else about looks. Okay?
Yeah, the anti-gladiators get dumb about it.
It looks like that astronaut that was in the thing when they asked him about, this and that, and they were asking him about how do we do this and that, and then he goes, there's somebody in the audience that might be able to help us with that. But, he didn't have anybody.
It's like watching a high schooler cage fight a first grader.
Yes, exactly.
I did. I mean, when we got done after Flats and I did with him, and
No, it's actually it's like watching a college graduate debate somebody who's never been to fucking school a day in their life. That's what it looks like.
me too. I was like, yeah, everybody would say, yeah, you guys kicked their ass and everything. But then later I was like, yeah, we beat up retarded kids on a short bus. Is it really something to be proud of? I don't know.
You probably did that in real life.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like
I wouldn't put it past him.
But should you be proud that he gave such an ass whooping? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
To you specifically, by you specifically, take me through it bit by bit.
No, I won't be pulling anything up, but I'm going to talk to your chat now. Just so you guys know, if you actually choose to believe people like Craig and Mattoon, who are blatantly dishonest people whenever they have the kinematic equivalent shown to them and quoted and cited with relativity itself, I quoted Einstein directly explaining it. They've had all the documents sent to them multiple times. They know it's...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What documents?
Just saying no.
This is true. He's sent it to them many times, and he's called them out on this. They just hand wave is missing.
He buzzes in on don't talk to my meal tickets.
He's just trying to buy time for an answer. That's why.
So when I ask you to do something, it is, as far as I'm concerned, a complete cop-out and an admission that you are not able to do it. I'm going to ask again, and if you say no again, it will just be quite clear that you do not know what you're talking about with the kinematic equivalent. Just citing Einstein is irrelevant. Bring up the kinematic equivalent.
Why is it irrelevant? Einstein cited kinematic equivalence, so that's literally relevant to the argument, Craig.
Yep.
Show me it and talk.
They're very desperate. I don't know. Maybe he's got wax in his ears. He can't hear what's being said. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why he stores his boogers.
No, saying words is different than bringing up and showing. See, if you say, show me your new car, and I say, it's red, is that showing you my new car? No, it's not, is it? It's just describing it. So bring up a picture, show me your car. And I say, oh, it's got 4 wheels. Have I answered the question? See, you're so dishonest. You can't admit when you just can't admit anything. You can't admit when someone's wrong. You can't admit when you're wrong. So you have a mental problem, man. You have a serious mental disability.
He put both earbuds in, so he's got two people talking to him, so he can't hear what's going on.
Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for $5 super chat. Really appreciate the support, man. You are awesome. He says, Big Bang below, you know it's going to be quite a show. What goes around always comes around.
Yeah, was that a super chat from one of your meal tickets? Huh? What was it? I don't see dipshit here criticizing you for it.
Thank you for the super chat, Roger. You're an awesome supporter, man. Blessings.
Me through it bit by bit if you know what you're talking about. I'm laying the gauntlet down. Show it. Back to you.
And again, if you in the chat choose to believe people like Craig from Fight the Fight,
Well, so you're not going to show it. You're just going to talk about it. You're just going to parrot the words you've heard about it.
who deny things like the kinematic equivalence, that means you have to believe a lie. You believe that your model's true. The kinematic equivalence is so.
He's not denying kinematic equivalence. As far as I know, he's asking you to present it, to show it, to discuss it as you're showing it. That's what he's asking. But you're running away like a fucking coward.
So simple. I don't have to pull
You're running away and waving the white flag.
anything up. It's like a 5-year-old would understand it.
Yeah, you can take a piece
See,
of
I
paper.
don't have to bring anything up. I don't have to do anything.
You can take a pen and stick it on a piece of paper. You know, have you guys ever played around with it? It looks almost like a stencil with all those little round swirly things. Yeah, that's practically what it is.
I have one.
Yeah, that's practically what the kinematic equivalence is, Craig. It just shows how dumb this guy is.
Now that would be the barycenters. That would be sort of a description of the barycenter. But he's asking him to bring up the text or whatever of the kinematic equivalence and discuss it. But he can't because he's never researched it. Never. He's just heard other people talking about it.
The fact he doesn't know this.
If the chariot's moving on the streets, either the chariot could be moving or the street could be moving because all motion is relative, therefore giving you a kinematic equivalence because kinematics is how bodies move in relation to each other. If you deny this, you literally don't even understand the elementary foundation of your belief system, and you're actually excluding heliocentrism as a possibility due to the fact that from the Earth, the measurements show the Earth's not moving. You need the kinematic equivalence to even pretend the Earth moves through space. And this is very simple.
That's it. He doesn't know what the equivalence principle is. What's it?
You know when Craig smacks, when he does that smack, he's acting smart. He's like a woman who does it. You know, like a woman's all acting smart and that. But not a good looking one, like, but he's still a woman nonetheless.
So you're changing the debate platform on Jeranism
You've got tits, dude. Shut the fuck up.
completely took away the
You've got bigger tits than my mom.
only tactics that Craig or McToon had, which was interrupting, talking over, changing the subject. It completely, that's why they've been getting their asses kicked, because that's all
You're
they had.
welcome. You're welcome. That was my brainchild, man.
Precisely.
How are they not running this like this in the first place? I said, this is their biggest tactic, is interrupting. So I got with Jaron and I said, you know what if we did it like this? You know, just like CB radios. The other guy's talking, you can't talk because the mic's keyed up, okay? You don't get to talk to the other guy, says over, and then, okay, now the air is clear, so I can speak now. They said, yeah, that's good. And then we got the idea, let's add a couple of buzzers so they can at least have their little interruption, but it's limited.
You think other people can't talk when you're keyed up? Now, other people can talk. You just can't hear them when you're keyed up. You don't know how fucking radios work, do you?
They can't really do it. And it's working out great. Yeah, I'm great about that, man. I think it's wonderful. We needed this.
I mean, have you ever listened to a CB radio, dude? You ever listened to CB radio? Jesus
I love it
Christ.
because I literally put them into a box that they can't get out of because that was their actual tactic.
Yeah, because when you were making a point, like anyone who debated them, as soon as you're getting to your point, they jump in, derail the audience away from. By the time you get back to being able to speak again, you done forgot. You know, all the momentum to the point is gone. Right, the audience has done forgot what you built up to, and you've probably forgot what you built up to by that point.
I mean, why Witsit talks a mile a minute and throws out about 30,000 fucking subjects at once? I mean, like that?
And that's all they had.
Just nothing but hypocrisy from these mongrels.
And then you got modern day debate where that guy would sit there and let him interrupt. Well, let him finish his thought.
Exactly.
The thing is, in modern day, they rather stop you because you're like, dude, I'm giving a point. He's over talking me, and then they tell you, okay, stop talking so he can carry on. So
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, that's right. They do that all the time. Ryan does nothing. He's not a good moderator.
No,
I think he's there just to please the audience because he can talk. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, he's
That's why
very
him and
nice.
McToon were dating.
Well, I actually, when I first seen him, I thought he was gay, but he's got a wife there, hasn't he? But that doesn't say anything. He's probably
That's called a beard, PJ.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
With authority, he was wrong.
Having a wife doesn't mean
Michael
anything.
Barrymore were married.
I mean, listen to these fucking maggots. Listen to these maggots. Jesus fucking Christ. So you automatically think somebody's gay You get bombarded with gay ads. Where's your mind, man?
With kids, just saying.
Exactly.
Someone needs to check his hard drive.
I mean nothing.
You say it's true because authority says it. That's an appeal to authority. If you do it in place of argumentation or evidence, it's an appeal to authority because experts disagree. They're lying to you guys, and you guys are in the chat amping it up for years. It's really weird to me. And by the way, last thing, he said he schooled me on relativity. Really? Let's go check out X. Robot Polisher just actually posted that video.
Shout out to Robot Polisher. Yeah.
Robot Polisher. He's a dumb fuck. He's a fucking idiot, man. Holy shit. So you're going to appeal to authority of Robot Polisher? Okay. Good deal, man.
I talked about relativity, and
Good
I'll end it with
deal.
that. Your quote was, I don't understand relativity. I know nothing about it. I don't know why you're wrong, but I promise I know you're wrong, though. And then,
I can't explain it right now, but I know it's wrong.
That Robot Polisher video on that's great. That one was great because he's like, I don't know, I can't explain how you're wrong, but you just are. You're just wrong. Wow.
Exactly. So because he doesn't understand, therefore no one else understands.
He kept projecting. He kept saying neither of us understand it well enough to have a discussion. It's like, no, dude, I completely understand it. You don't understand it. You're projecting your lack of understanding.
No, Witsit misinterprets it and dishonestly misrepresents it to further his fucking grift. See, Witsit's a grift. You think you could afford to decorate think you could afford to buy a house if you didn't do this shit for a living? This is his living, man. This is what he does for a living. He doesn't do anything else. I don't even think his wife works. But that's their living. See, you're talking about Craig and his bread ticket, his meal ticket. Dude, this dude's full-time fucking shill. These hypocritical little shit cunts.
Trying to include me so you can save face in front of your audience.
And this is exactly why when you use the equivalence principle, when we talk about Coriolis, they don't get it. They don't get reference frames.
His audience is what it's all about.
They can't think.
No, you don't understand reference frames. You think that if I jump in the air, I've moved into a different reference frame. That's how ignorant you are. You think that if you jump up in the air, you've left a non-inertial reference frame, and you've moved into an inertial reference frame. That's how dumb you are. Okay, so don't be talking about frames of reference, dipshit.
Think in 3 dimensions, guys. They can't think in reference planes. They can't think.
We can't think in 3 dimensions. Really? Really? Okay.
In a dimension higher.
Every accusation is a confession with these fucking assholes.
Than their little 1 or 2D comprehension skills, and then they want to project, say, "Oh, you guys don't think in 3D." It's like, no, it's because we think in.
I did hear. I heard a good joke about the Tesla truck or the Tesla. Said it's. Then we got electric cars. It was from Lewis Black. Said we got electric cars. It's like a status symbol. It's like it's electric, and it's a status symbol. It's like having a compost bin you can drink and drive in.
3D, we know what's going on. It's the same issue we had with Ray last night with perspective. You guys can't think in 3D. We're literally explaining to you in 3D.
Yep.
No, you can't. You can't. You do not understand 3 dimensions. I've proven that. You cannot think that way. Your brain is not wired to think in 3 dimensions.
It's insane.
She just sounds like she's just unhinged. I mean, it don't
matter. I
was like, you don't know shit about globe or flat Earth. You should just go do cat videos or something. You know?
Yeah, they hate truth seekers that find truth. They despise her because she knows that the Earth isn't flat. They fucking hate her.
You ran around, did victory laps.
So sad. So jealous.
That you and Brian Myers were completely wrong and didn't even understand Lorentz contraction, perfectly compensated for the missing time difference in Michelson-Morley after you ran around taking your victory lap. And you admitted you didn't know.
Yeah.
You really still don't, because kinematic equivalence is like the very.
Yeah, they can't understand why it's dark at night, and they say we can't understand it.
Basic foundation of relativity.
Motherfucker, I build shit in Blender. I use Blender. I use what's it, Fusion 360. Yeah, I understand 3D. Yeah.
So there you go. If you would like to concede that kinematic equivalence is like the foundation of your model, then we could have like a more intellectually honest discussion, you know?
And still, you haven't presented it, right? You're just talking about it. You just talked about it. See, that's all Witsit has is talk. He never presents any evidence. Nothing. No citations. Nothing. Just talk.
Didn't find any kinematics at all. So I don't know.
That's all it is. I can't move my hand fast enough. I can't move my hand fast enough to imitate Witsit talking. I'd break a finger.
Pointed out facts. fact, he's not lying.
It's all public record for crying out loud. I mean, including
Yeah, so are the moon landings. So is gravity. Testing for gravity. That's public record. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are public record.
What, Polisher? Making a select video of it. Of that very exchange. Come on, bro.
That wasn't Craig. That was AI, guys.
Oh, or he was on opioids. Yeah, that's it. I accidentally lied.
How dare you talk about a war veteran
I was a disabled war veteran. That was an accident because I was all hopped up on opiates and shit. What? He literally said that. But he accidentally said he was a disabled war veteran.
Yep,
How do you accidentally say that?
You don't. Compulsive liar.
Sounds like somebody's been looking you up, buddy.
Compulsive liar? Really? You're on this guy's panel and you're calling someone else a compulsive liar? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, everybody that gets around them usually gets something bad happens. So just watch your butt.
Oh, this is awesome, Tony. It's another banjo video. I love these banjo videos.
Yeah, he's cool.
I'm gonna save this.
No, he's not cool. No, he's not at all.
And then we can maybe look at doing it on sometime. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, but these Globers are very dishonest. Thank you very much for your super chat, Tony. Really, really appreciate it, man. You rock. Yeah, he says you need to check.
See, I went to a preparatory school, Worthington High School, and I hung around with a lot of cool kids, and they would have beat the living shit out of Banjo for being uncool. Oh, hold on. Cool, $15 donation received from DB. I'm not going to say who that is because I don't see the name in the. I'm not going to say the full name, but you know who you are.
Check this out, Keith. It was awesome lying by a baller, but that's what they do. They do lie a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, how do you defend a lie but with lies? That's the only way you can actually make a lie work is to add more lies to it because truth is always going to obliterate the lie. It's only a matter.
Listen to this guy. Oh my God.
Lately, I've been
No, Worthington, not Cockington. What the fuck?
like a lot of these Glovers. They've been accusing us of the exact thing that they do, being intellectually
Oh, thank you, RT.
dishonest, choosing to ignore evidence and only look at things that reinforce their belief. And it's like they forget that we all started out as Glovers, first of all. But it's the way that they're explaining exactly what we do or what they do and saying that we do it. It makes me think like the intelligence agency behind it is like using that tactic of taking what they know they do and accusing us of it or something. It's weird.
Oh, and the intelligence agency behind it? Behind what? People that don't believe in horse shit?
It's just like
what
it's
intelligent agency? I mean, this guy's a paranoid motherfucker. So let's look at his channel. Burn the corporate fiction. Sounds like a fucking sovereign citizen piece of shit. $4, Jesus. Debt slave. Yeah, he's a nutbag. We are not United States citizens. The 14th Amendment deception. Securities, farming, people are actual livestock. Jesus Christ. Words of art, building the invisible prison. Land of the free, home of the slave. Yeah, he's just a fucking... Sounds more like a libertarian, if anything. I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, the Jesuits. Principal instruments of the New World Order. Yeah, he's horrible.
Of your own actions.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
you're right. I never thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm. And that's usually how the con men work. If they get caught out, it's like it wasn't me, it was that guy.
Yeah, that's true.
What happened before as well. The first conversation on relativity, I wasn't as clued up. I read the conclusion of a paper and I said, well, the conclusion.
You know what's sad about that, what he just said? He wasn't really clued up. How many times have we spoken about general relativity, Craig? And you always claim to have the high ground on this, knowing more than me because you were a nuclear physicist. So he lied again on screen.
No, he knows more about you because you're a dumb fuck. That's how that works. The fact that he's a nuclear physicist, that's just cake.
Guys?
There's a mop boy on it.
Oh, thank you.
Remember when I tried to talk to him about the 10 equations? He didn't even know what the hell I was talking about.
Where'd it go? Yeah. Thank you very much. Awesome. Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
He's a YouTube grifter, man. That's why he gets he gets real agitated. You start talking to his audience, or he looks stupid in front. That's all he cares about is how he appears to his audience, so he can keep sending him money.
Yeah, because I was trying to explain to him the metric tensors and how you use it to explain to Ben space and time, and he literally had no idea what the hell I was talking about. Just no, we don't understand that, So you just don't. It's like, okay, I'm just explaining it to you, but okay.
Projecting that you don't understand it as you're explaining it to him.
Yeah.
Says you're wrong, but I'm not really sure why. And then I came back after studying relativity and completely and utterly schooled you on it several times.
7 times?
Wow.
Got a big ego.
Yeah, I want to see that. Craig, can you bring up that? That's a big claim. Can you show us where you schooled him on it, please?
I mean, it's not hard to debunk Witsit. All you have to do is like look shit up, right?
Because everything we see, you've been schooled.
You don't see the 11 debates are on my channel, feel free. Or you could just watch a cherry-picked Flurf video on X. But anyway, yeah, no one's denying that kinematics are a thing and that there is definitely equivalence principle. No one's denying that at all. I would just like to see you talk me through the specific kinematic equivalence relating to the solar system. Because...
Jesus Christ.
You're laughing at a demand of evidence? Of course you'd laugh.
Relating to the solar system. Once again, showing he doesn't even know what it is. Let me try and see if I can explain this in a very simple manner. You've got a rectangle, you've got a triangle, okay? It's got a certain, let's say you're going to have a vector going over those shapes, a velocity. You've got a point of start. You're going to work out based on the kinematics which one has which one would be having most velocity or get the quickest to the end of the shape.
Yeah.
The kinematics equivalence just tells you which one you're using, which shape you are basing your measurements on. That's it. So in other words,
No, it's not what that means, man.
you will know based on the equivalence, am I seeing a triangle or am I seeing a rectangle? That's like the most basic way I can put it to.
I got a great one for that. Yeah, here we go. Like this picture right here. Oh, where's my button? Oh, that's here. There we go.
There we go. Exactly.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with kinematics either, man. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh my god.
So yeah, there's in a nutshell, right?
That's good. Yeah, it's based on your reference. You see the square from the right and you see the cylinder from the left.
Oh my Jesus. Oh, he thinks that's an explanation of the kinematic equivalence. And then Flazoid agreed with him. Yeah, exactly. Of course, Flazoid thinks a flat sheet of paper can be a gas container because it has surface area.
Equivalence principle, Mr. Craig. The thing you guys keep fighting for, which you don't even understand what you're fighting for.
That is your linchpin here, Austin. That is your whole thing. The kinematic equivalence of the sun moving against the earth. So talk me through it. Show me the maps. Talk me through the kinematic equivalence that you are bringing up. Don't just tell me I'm lying, because I'm not. I just want you to talk me through it.
It's not a map.
See, it would take discussing this shit. He'd have to go through this. And this is Greek to Witsit. So, yeah.
He's so indignant in his stupidity. It's pretty funny.
Show me the kinematic map. Oh man. Okay.
That's called a haughty spirit, and we know what happens right after that.
Oh, yeah.
No, he said kinematic math, I believe.
His face when he said map.
Because it is your point. Mathematically.
Yeah, this is so funny. This dude just said the equivalence principle.
No, it's what's funny is you avoiding the topic. See, that's what's funny.
It that has nothing to do with it. You don't
You know what that proves?
know anything, bro. This is wait, are you using the buzzer? Are you using the
Yeah,
buzzer?
he's still doing a nice one, Jaron.
Oh, well.
Brilliant, Jaron.
I'm using them. Okay, I just want to point out, man, that like you're just lying to people, bro,
Oh,
and
use
I
the
don't
buzzer.
like that. You can believe.
But you're not presenting your evidence. You're making excuses. So that in a way is a lie.
The Earth's a globe, but you shouldn't have to resort to tactics like that, right?
Oh, and by the way, I re-downloaded Fallout 4 to play it again because of the show. I wanted to revisit it.
Equivalence is just.
Yeah, again, I was just saying that yes, there is kinematic equivalence. There is the equivalence principle. These are things that all exist. No one is denying them. I'm not saying they're the same thing. I'm just saying that no one is denying any of these things.
You're not saying that it's not the same. Oh.
That right there is a perfect example of how the debate platform changed, the way that it's ran. is just whooping their ass because he was so mad that he couldn't interrupt just now. When Jaren muted him, did you see the look on his face?
Disgusting.
Yeah, like a pouty little kid.
Like, how dare you? And then he went and just doubled down by claiming. Oh, man, we have to hear that again. Did I hear that correct?
I'm not saying they're the same thing.
But they are. It's literally the same thing. It's based on equivalence principle, Craig. That's the whole point. It's either A or it's B. It's the same thing.
Before Witsit said the words, this dumb bitch had no idea what equivalence principle meant. And the only thing that this dumb motherfucker knows of it is what this other dumb motherfucker has said about it.
I'm just saying that no one is denying any of these things that you keep going on about. So I don't know, maybe it's a hearing problem with you or not quite grasping how language works. But the basis here is that you are citing the kinematic equivalence that disproves everything that I'm saying about the calculations used for space travel. I would like you to back that up by talking me through that kinematic equivalence specifically.
This is when you should tell him, I'm not here to educate you on a subject you clearly have no clue about.
Right, that you're supposed to know about in order to even enter this debate to begin with.
Exactly.
This is not school.
I would literally use my time just to laugh.
I mean, listen to him make excuses for him. They're just making excuses because they know that they can't come up with any evidence to back up their claims either.
And he can't buzz because his buzzers are finished.
Oh, it's going to drive it nuts too, watch.
There's only 20 minutes left, and I got it on 1 3/4 speed. I'm going to put it on 2x speed. Fuck it.
Thank you.
If you want to slow it down, put it on half speed.
I guess I only have so much time to expose you. We'll make good use of it. I mean, you were lying. We didn't have a
Well, I'm good, Kevlar. Good to see you here. Glad to have you back.
follow-up conversation where you schooled me on relativity. That's a lie. In fact, the last time we talked, you had a heart attack, and we haven't discussed anything since then. And you literally impulsively screamed and tried to interrupt me and talk through me the whole time, and I decided to stop talking to you. So this just lied to them again and said, but then you went and studied, and then you found out I was wrong.
Oh, you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings, so I didn't talk to you anymore. I was going to be your friend, but then you yelled at me. He probably yelled at you because he said something incredibly stupid and wouldn't let him talk.
Came to school me on. That's a lie. We never talked about it after that. I said out of principle, I'll be talking about my children. I wouldn't debate anymore. So
Why he always has his nervous laugh when he's back in the...
He makes up all these excuses why he runs away. He does. That's what Witsit does. I challenged Witsit to debate me years ago. When he first started with Globebusters, I was the first one who challenged him to a debate. And he agreed. He accepted the challenge. Then he watched my videos and then chickened out. Backed out like the coward that he is. And now whenever he explains why he won't debate me, because he's addressed it a few times in live streams when I've been in the chat, and he said, well, because you insulted my wife. Dude, I didn't know your wife when you backed the fuck out the first time. And yeah, I've criticized her because she's as dumb as you are. But he just makes excuses. Because excuses are all he has.
Yeah. Thank you, Matthew, for your $10 super chat, man. Really appreciate it. Great job, Witsit. Yeah, I agree. Concur. Witsit did an awesome job. He whipped him thoroughly. Literally, this is like, to be fair, I don't think FTFE should have.
Yeah, I mean, bringing up kids is bad. The only time I bring up kids with Flatzoid is the fact that he lies to them.
Even been in this debate. That's
and the fact that they will grow up to resent him.
How bad it's got. He doesn't know anything else.
Differently. At this point, I think FTFE should just stop. Stay down. Just stay down. You're getting your ass mopped every time. Stay down.
Jaren needs
No, he doesn't, dipshit. You're an idiot. You're a biased piece of shit who you just don't like any kind of authority. You don't like anybody smarter than you. You don't like science because you don't understand it. That's why.
Call a fight, dude.
This should maybe be added to the format. The moderator can say, okay, you've lost so bad, we have to end it and move to Q&A.
It's like you're just lying. But the point is, the conversation wasn't about a paper. It had nothing to do with the paper, and you read the conclusion of the paper and showed I was wrong. That's a lie. It was about the basic concepts of relativity in terms of MMX, and I was reading straight from Einstein's paper. You didn't understand it.
No, it's the fact that he actually studied it. And see, he didn't know anything about it before he talked to you. And then he realized that he didn't know a lot about it. And then he went and researched it and discovered that you're fucking wrong, pal. That's what happened.
You didn't understand that in the motion in relation to the reference frame of the sun.
The same way these motherfuckers won't look up Cavendish, won't read the actual Michelson-Morley papers. They just won't.
Was contraction. You denied it.
They're allergic to research.
You heard Mattoon deny it. You both got just destroyed face to face about it. You would as well right now. But anyway, so just so the audience knows, you can believe this, but you shouldn't have to lie about it. It's very simple, okay? Kinematics is observation. So when we look up, we see the planets move, we see the stars move, we map it out.
No, kinematics is fucking math, asshole. That's all it is. Kinematics is math. It's not just observing shit moving. It is the mathematics behind shit moving, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Right? That's called kinematics. We use geometry to map it out.
I just have to tell you, it is not a map. We use a 2 map. Just to put Craig in that, we use a 2 map, not it is a map.
Not map, dumb fuck. Math.
There's laws, for example, kinematics. So,
What do you have, a hearing impediment?
There's a kinematic equivalence. I mean, we can observe those things from the Earth being stationary, the way we observe it, or it can look like that because actually we're moving through space. There's a kinematic equivalence. It's very simple. There's also a dynamic equivalence. And like the top level experts on relativity have all broken down all the math and showed it, including William Rosser, has broken it all.
Do you think the top level experts agree with you?
Down to show the dynamic equivalence. So, and then you just obviously flip into that. You weren't claiming the equivalence principle was the kinematic equivalence, but you were. You just don't know what you're talking about. So we'll go back to the main point. Can you actually verify that the Earth is orbiting around the sun? Right?
I bet it's like fucking Handmaid's Tale in his house. I bet she has to wear a bonnet.
And even if you invoke things going out into space, it wouldn't because of the kinematic equivalence. Okay, and we can't verify it anyway. You're just appealing to the authority of the government. So let's ask it like this: you don't understand it. If the audience member is going to go research that, it wouldn't change unless you're outside the galaxy. I don't think they'll ever.
I bet their birthing table is just always warm.
Wake up, I could care less if they gaslight me like you are. Let's go to the next part though. Throwing out the government going to space that you can't verify. Can you actually give us exclusive evidence, empirical evidence that the Earth is orbiting around the sun? That is the question.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can, dipshit. We most fucking certainly can.
Yeah, he did. Barry sent it, dude.
We have video evidence, asshole.
Satellites in space, man.
We have 2,500 years of science to back up what we say.
Yeah, so just so everyone notices, Austin didn't take me through the kinematic equivalence he keeps talking about, and he just...
This is a tactic him and Mattoon not doing. Yeah.
Right, holding your feet to the fire. That's a tactic. Yes, holding your feet to the fire so you present something more than words. That's a tactic, yes. You hate it because you have nothing.
I asked him for something, he didn't do it.
Right.
Instead of actually just rebutting what he just said, let me try.
I don't know. I didn't even know that it was on. I didn't even know the Aurora Borealis was that powerful. I don't keep up with news and shit. But in my feed I started seeing shit about it from last night. So I'm going to check tonight and see if I can see them. Get my phone or get my camera out and see if I can't record them. But yeah, I've always wanted to see them. I mean, that's been on my bucket list since my mom said she saw them when she was a kid from Missouri. So if we did the math, it would probably be how many? 13. Let's see. She was 19 years older than me. And when I was a kid, I'd say she probably meant high school maybe. So I was in high school and graduated in 1980. So that would be about 35 years ago. Echo, what is 35 divided by 13?
13 is approximately 2.6923.
So for me, it would be about 3 cycles ago. So with her, it'd be about 6 cycles ago.
Six times 13 is 78.
So about 78 years ago.
And get you
Is that right?
guys off to hear what he just said and obfuscate and, forget what he just said. That's exactly what they do.
Yep.
Tango dismissal.
Kinematics.
Gravity's real. We can measure it. We can quantify it. We can test it. No, you can't.
Is observations, which is, something wrong.
These fucking hypocritical shit cunts. They just fucking amaze me. Their hubris, their fucking hypocrisy just amazes me. Every accusation is a confession.
so wrong. But also, I just want to point out that we had way more than the one conversation. I don't know if it's memory problems with Austin, but he came into the debates that I did on that Discord 11 times. On my channel, you can go look through the debates. There is 11 debates in which Austin is also there. 11, not just one, 11, in which we constantly discussed relativity after that first time when I went and studied. So either the two options are Austin is lying or Austin is...
First time we went and studied. Wow, okay. Where did he study this again? Can you show us what course show us what course he took to study this?
Slightly brain damaged, and I never had a heart attack. I had a really, really bad reaction to some medication I've been changed onto. So, I don't know why Austin would lie about something which you can go to my channel and check that he's there 11 times, but it's crazy. So again, the equivalence, the kinematic equivalence doesn't change the fact that the calculations using things like Kepler's planetary motion and everything to actually get things to the sun disprove what he is saying. He can keep going on about appealing to authority all he wants, but that's not how appealing to authority works. I am talking about any of the experts that go to space. All the stuff.
Literally meaning appealing to authority. I'm appealing to an expert. That's appealing to authority, idiot.
Any of the experts that have gone to space. Oh, okay. Well, we'll ask those kids that went to Narnia too. We'll talk to those guys.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
That's amazing. He doesn't get it. Now, my question is to anybody else. If you watch this and you hear a guy say, I'm not appealing to authority, while literally appealing to authority, not understanding what appealing to authority is he anybody to take serious when he says, let's talk about kinematic equations?
And I just showed earlier that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about when you're talking about appealing to authority. So you can shut the fuck up.
And relativity.
Well, the thing with Globers, they can do nothing but appeal to...
Yes, Miss Mod Queen Bee is a fucking cunt.
To a perceived authority because they have zero empirical evidence of anything they're trying to present. Because it can't. It's a lie. It cannot exist. It's physically impossible that it exists. So the
I think that's it's either PJ Cruikshank or Michael Kahn's wife. One of the two.
only thing they do have is an appeal to authority. That's the entire Glober argument, is an appeal to authority. It can be nothing. Oh, and ad hominem. The only two things that they have. Yeah, that's it.
Their seed bucket.
I like how you put that, perceived authority.
Yeah, perceived authority. For sure.
Yeah, it's very good.
By SpaceX, the fact that I am talking to him right now from a satellite from space because I use...
What?
Wow.
Space right now?
He's getting into full shithead mode. I'm going to have to change. There we go.
Oh, man.
Two foil hats against Martian beams, and this hat protects you from Craig beams, so you're all right.
Jamie C. Level has homework to do. He has to stick a head every time. He has to stick a hat on.
Yes, that hat protects you from information, from knowledge,
Craig every time he talks.
from education.
SpaceX, everything about it, all the calculations, all the predictions are all based on the Earth being a globe and the globe orbiting around the sun.
Showing you just literally ignored everything what it said. Showing you didn't understand what he literally said. You can do those same things with not having the sun having an orbit and the Earth orbiting the sun. You can literally have it as a geocentric Earth and the sun orbiting the Earth. You're just changing your reference. It's literally reference-based, Craig. That's the key word here. Reference-based.
I'm just going to keep pushing it back to him. He will keep saying kinematic equivalence, when I really don't think he knows what it means. I want to see the kinematic equivalence. I don't want him to talk about it. I want him to put up the kinematic equivalence on screen and take me through it bit by bit. Otherwise, he needs to admit he...
Are you looking for the kinematic equations? You know, that's not going to help you much because he's not going to understand what he's seeing on screen. I mean, what's it? Bring up the kinematic equations for him and then just watch him. Okay, what the hell are you showing me? Because that's all you're going to get.
He doesn't know what he's talking about when he says kinematic equivalence.
What kind of car you got? Bring up a picture of your car. It's red.
Okay, so his argument is I need to show it to him on stream, or I don't know what I'm talking about. And people that eat you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you need to show it on stream, take him through it, like anybody of science would do.
Bro, I gotta be honest. Like, let's be real. They're genetically modified. They're not coming back, right? Because it's very obvious.
So he just runs away from having to provide anything to back up his claims. He just runs away, and then he like laughs and calls the other person stupid because they don't understand it. That's all he does. He just deflects, accuses the other person of the exact same thing he's doing at the time.
You don't know. You thought it was equivalence principle, my brother, and everyone knows it. It's in the ether forever now. If you start saying that's not what happened, it's already recorded. It's okay that you don't understand it. I'm not claiming to be an expert in relativity, but I certainly understand the basics of it that you do not grasp. Kinematics, you then said Kepler's laws and the actual equations for it prove the Earth's moving around the sun. What?
Right. Yes, Kepler's laws do establish that fact. Absolutely. Kepler's laws is how we found Pluto and Neptune. That's how we discovered those things. So, yeah.
In the world are you talking about? You don't understand anything. All I would have to do is pull up an ECEF coordinate system. And that has everything mapped out from the Earth's center.
Okay, pull it up. Pull that up. Bet you won't. See, I could pull up this and prove you wrong. I could pull up this and prove you wrong. You never will. You just say you could.
System with kinematics, because that's all kinematics is. It's the observational paths. Literally, just Google ECEF, the very coordinate system you use for eclipses, for your satellites, for your...
Yep. Guess what, Craig?
Kinematics is math, man. Kinematics is math.
Globe-based. This is why we laugh when they say, "Oh, the globe predicts eclipses."
Do you see him jumping up and down in his seat since he can't?
Yes, the heliocentric model does predict eclipses. Flat Earth can't. Flat Earth uses the Soros cycle that can't tell you where an eclipse will be seen. the exact time an eclipse will be seen. The path of totality. The solar cycle can't tell you that.
Interrupt. He's like literally
Very twitchy.
very twitchy.
You can tell he looks like a kid who's been told no. You're not allowed to have a cookie. No.
And he knows he's being a nice word effed up because he's used all his buzzers.
Yeah. See, that was part of my thing when I said that. I said, yeah, but limit the buzzers. Let them use their buzzers up and do all their little ad hom and stupid shit. Once that's done, then you've got an open platform.
Right, and he did limit the buzzers. First episode, man. The first debate he did, the buzzers were limited to 3, I think. Maybe it was 5, I don't know. But yeah, there wasn't no limit to the buzzers. Dude, this shithead. He's a literal shithead. Hold on a second. Just a minute. There we go. That's gonna make a good thumbnail. Okay.
Rockets, ECEF, that's a geocentric kinematic coordinate system. If you understood your own belief system, you would know that that is the first most important staple of relativity, okay? So you clearly don't know. You brought up Kepler and tried to deny it as if it was evidence against the kinematic equivalence, and that's a perfect example of the kinematic equivalence, okay? And I even pointed out that if you went to space, it didn't mean anything. So this is what's so funny. I'm asking you, right? Because first of all, Kepler's all just ratio based on radii and periodicity of the observations. It's nothing to do with masses, nothing to do with dynamics. Of course, if you understood the basic parts of your belief, you would never say these things out loud. It's pretty crazy, but I'm just gonna repeat the question. Okay, how about this? I'll just say it like this, and we'll give you however long to squirm past it and just repeat the aether. The way you said the aether has been debunked forever. You're just avoiding the question, right? Highly precise interferometry measurements should have detected the Earth moving around the sun, and it did not. And that falsified Newtonian dynamics within your paradigm because of Newton's first law combined with the assumption it was a force. You then invoked Einsteinian physics, right, which said the Earth is free falling in a geodesic path, therefore you can't detect it with interferometry because all motion is relative. And Einstein said, saying that the Earth moves around the sun and the sun moves around the Earth is equally valid. That is him
equally valid, in other words, the kinematic equivalence. Uh-oh.
The kinematic equivalence. Can you offer actual empirical evidence that the Earth moves around the sun when all empirical physical measurements on the Earth show that the Earth was stationary? And
why are you demanding evidence from Craig when you can't present any of your own? Have never presented any of your own. Why? Why?
What would we expect to see in Michelson-Morley's test if the Earth were stationary?
Okay, again,
You asked a very specific question, FD. What would you expect to see in Michelson-Morley if the Earth were stationary?
Morley has absolutely nothing to do with the Earth's movement around the sun. It's
what?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You're laughing?
Oh boy, no, exactly. Oh, yes, he's sold. Oh, shut.
Unless he's got in socks.
Yeah.
If Craig said the Earth is flat, these motherfuckers would argue against him. Would call him stupid. That's just how gullible, how fucking obstinate they are.
It's okay, Craig. We understand. You're just literally
I mean, if Craig right now said the Earth is flat, they'd say, no, it isn't. They'd be arguing for a globe.
To detect Earth's movement against the Aether, which they didn't find. So any question about Michelson-Morley in relation to Earth's movement is irrelevant because that was to do with the Aether, and we're not talking about.
And look at that! Look at how relieved he is that he got away with not presenting any evidence again.
Where did they actually do the Michelson-Morley, guys? On the ground, as far as I know. Yeah, on the ground of Earth. So they wanted to test what again? The reference of Earth moving.
No.
The Aether, they're different things. Same with Aries Aether. That was specifically about the Aether. Don't know why you would bring it up in a discussion about Earth's movement because Earth's movement is not the Aether. They are different things. However, you want me to say?
What did he just say? You just said the Earth's movement and the ether are the same thing. No, he never said.
No, he said the Earth's movement and ether aren't the same thing. So what the fuck, man?
I never said that at all.
That's a lie.
Another debate tactic. It's all about how he looks to his audience.
He said the word ether, but not in that context.
Yeah, and this is what Rachel did to me last night.
I mean, yeah, that's what he believes. He believes that the Earth moves through the ether. That's what Whitsitt thinks.
You saying it?
So he doesn't have to say it in this instance. He already knows that that's what Whitsitt thinks. And the Michelson-Morley experiment was to see if the Earth is moving through the ether. Jesus, these fucking idiots.
Because gases don't have weight and liquids have weight.
They're just pitiful. What?
Not in that context.
Yeah, and this is what Rachel did to me last night. You saying liquids because gases don't have weight and liquids have weight. Don't have weight. Literally, I called out. You know what a straw man is?
Yeah, they don't think gases have weight, have mass.
They're Aether, however, you want me to call it one of the stones that transport is all, whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact is that Michelson-Morley, Aries Aether, were nothing to do with Earth's movement. They were to do with.
Yes, it was. Even Jaron's face is like, what are you talking about, Craig?
detected movement against the aether, not Earth's movement around the sun. They are different things. So don't keep asking me to explain MMX when that's not part of this discussion. And again, you keep going on about this is the kinematic equivalent. No one's denying that it's the kinematic equivalent, but I just wanted you to actually talk me through it. You keep saying you've got all these things that shows that, but you won't show
Notice what happened anyway, guys. They're supposed to be debating is Earth a planet or a plane, okay? So that's global flat Earth. Whitsitt brought up an argument to show, okay, it's geocentric, so therefore it can't be your heliocentric planet. Or if the whole night is, I don't understand kinematics, so show it to me.
Why don't they show it?
No, that's not what he said, Flatzoid. You're lying again.
And if Witsitt's wrong, why don't Craig show it and point out where he's wrong?
You're a pathological liar.
Exactly, that's the same. Because he doesn't know it, all he's been doing is, Witsitt, show it.
And no one's calling you out on it but me. All these guys are just letting you lie. It's sad.
To me, because I need someone to show it, because I don't know what it is. I don't know how
It's
it
sad.
works.
He hasn't answered a single one of
You don't have anybody who likes you enough to save you from the embarrassment of being a pathological liar. I'm your only friend, man.
It's questions, not even slightly. It is completely question.
Yeah, you didn't even try.
I'm the only one who cares enough about you to point out that you're a liar, that you need to change.
You just keep saying these things. All observations.
Isn't that weird?
That the Earth is moving. We sent stuff to space to confirm, to see if Earth was moving, and everything is moving where we said it is. We sent stuff to Mars based on the fact that we know when Mars' orbit is going to be in the right position to send stuff there. We sent the solar Parker probe to the sun based on the knowledge of where we are in our orbit around the sun.
I'm going to quickly show live everybody how Craig doesn't even know Michelson and Morley. What does it say? Michelson and Morley experiment is intended to detect the velocity of Earth.
Velocity of Earth, what? With respect to the hypothetical luminiferous ether, you dumb fuck.
Velocity of Earth, Craig.
Yeah, with respect to the hypothetical luminiferous ether, you cherry-picking, lying fuck.
With respect to the hypothetical luminiferous ether. So, what does that say? They are trying to figure out what of Earth? The movement of Earth.
Through the ether. We already knew the Earth moves, motherfucker. We already knew it moves. We wanted to see if it moved through an ether. You dumb fuck.
And he said it had absolutely nothing to do with Earth movement.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They failed to detect Earth movement, Craig. Exactly what was picked up.
Failed to detect Earth's movement through the ether. See, he's not read the thing. All he knows of it is what other people have told him and what he read just there. And he left half of that out.
No movement.
Lying fuck.
Craig actually reposted this debate on Twitter.
Oh wow.
He says a flat Earth debate. FTFE versus Witsitt gets it on Jeranism. So I reposted it and said Witsitt gave FTFE a virtual curb stomp in this debate.
No, he didn't. No, he did. I mean, he can't even present one thing, man. He's asked to be. He has been asked to present one thing. One thing. Craig hadn't asked him to back up everything he said. Just one thing, and he can't do that. Refuses. How is that a fucking curb stomp, you liar? You pathetic, you fucking pathetic, delusional, sycophantic fuck. I mean, this is just sycophantism, just to the extreme. I mean, they worship Witsitt like he's Jesus. They really do. Holy shit. I mean, if Witsitt started eating his own shit, that would be the new flat Earth snack.
And probably both Ryans know what curb stomp is. I don't know if you know what that is over there. That's where they put somebody's open mouth against the
That's
curb.
when they stick the cab in the back of the head, yeah. They did it in the movie American History X, yeah.
Yeah, you don't sound stupid, man. Like he has to know.
Oh, wow, man, that's awful. Can you imagine getting that happen to you? Oh, surviving through that. Ouch.
I bet you he doesn't debate Witsitt ever again.
Oh, he will because he restreams and makes money. He don't give a shit.
Yeah, as long as he makes money, he's happy.
You
I think we're going to end this here tonight, and then we can carry on tomorrow.
Jesus fucking Christ. Thank God that's over. Holy shit. I mean, just Witsitt got his ass stomped. Couldn't present anything at all. And these guys think he won. Man, this is just horrible people. The worst people in the world. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later. Hit the like, subscribe. Help in bringing the awareness of internet cancer to the world. And click the notification bell or check if it's still clicked. YouTube has unsubscribed me from what channel was it? Can't remember what channel it was. Jack of all trades. It has unsubscribed me from that channel 3 or 4 times. I've had to resubscribe. Jack of all trades. I've had to resubscribe to his channel 4 times in like the last month. YouTube's a fucking asshole. So check to see if your bell icon's working. And till next time, thanks for watching. We'll be seeing you.